Yes, we are here. We are ready to go. Episode 55. Man, we are here and we ready to bring those facts. So, welcome everybody to the GRG podcast, man. It's always a pleasure to see people here hanging out with us and all that. But before we get started, I do want to say a couple of things before we get going. Want to first give my condolences to the family of Xbox Addict. I've only had a couple of run-ins with him in chat, so if I did some work with crapping them and mooching them on Xbox Nation, or if I was on other podcasts, or just in the chat, he liked something, we chat for a hot minute. But the fact of it is that the guy was a true fanboy, and I know that that's a bad word to a lot of people, but in all actuality, it's not. Because we're all fanboys and girls to some degree, because we enjoy gaming, we enjoy movies, we enjoy all types of things, and we're big fans of these things. So when people say you're a fanboy, you're a fangirl, you know what I'm saying? Just think about it in a positive light, like Xbox Addict did, man. And you know what I'm saying? One of the things that he did bring up that brought me back to reality, back to my space, because, been doing this YouTube thing for a couple of years now, and now, so much heat, so much hate, all this vile, toxic garbage that's been going on. In that clip that was shown where he was just saying, look, I almost gave up on life and all the things that just happened to me, I gave up, but gaming brought it back. And that's something that we all can resonate to, because at one point in time, we were probably maybe done with gaming, but something has brought us back. If hasn't been like for me, Halo, or for, any game from the Dreamcast or Sega, Nintendo, or maybe even right now, a lot of people are hyped on God of War. Just remember that what we all do this for is for the love of gaming. So I just wanted to give my condolences to the family and just show my respect and my love. And I will have something to say here later on in the show, but let's get on to our illustrious panel. And let's start off with one of our matriarchs, and that is Delilah HD. I seen that you was on Crossfire.
So yes, man. Yeah. Shout out to the Crossfire crew. I had a good time tonight. It was fantastic. It's fun. Looking forward to the night, though. You know what I mean? Delilah HD. You already know. Let's go.
All right, let's get it. You are
doing a marathon.
Yeah, she's doing that marathon.
Yeah.
The marathon. No.
Y'all want to hurry up while that adrenaline's still pumping for real.
Let's keep it. Anyway, let's go on to Triple Cup Chuck. What's up with you, bro? I like that new look that you got going on, bro.
Man, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Let's jump out on J Dove, you know what I'm saying? Jay Williams, real cool people down to earth, a humble man. Yeah, he had did that for me. But you know what I'm saying? This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, you know what I'm saying? I know it's our 55th episode.
Yep. 55th.
But today I'm going 420 up on you. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in here.
Okay. All right. Speaking of 420, you know what I'm saying? One of our matriarchs is out there parlaying in the LA streets with that 420 up high in the air. So, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to our girl, Lady Infamous. Can't wait to see you next week. Hope everything's going to be safe. But let's get on to one of the other bums, and that is Kaleidoscope. Yeah, you a bum now. What's happening with you, bro? What's been going on?
Wow, foul, man. But either way, yo, it's the Xbox Ghost here on the GRG, people, and we about to rep it tonight. There's a lot of hot subjects we want to touch upon, and we're going to get into it, yo. And shout out to Jay Williams, the graphics god.
Peace. Let's go. No doubt. All right. Then we move on to our Donald Trump. Can we make it to the 10-minute? Can we make it to the 10-minute mark? What's up, Livewire?
Apparently he's not here.
I guess we can.
He's probably muted. It's probably muted.
Daddy daycare.
Daddy daycare. That's right.
Daycare.
You know what? Silence I can go with. You know what I'm saying? I can go with silence. So then we always move on to hey, you know what? It wasn't a ejecto seat, but it was a mutual. Oh, so what's up with you, 100? You are now officially the mute dude. What's up with you, man?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm just gonna kill everything like I did on Sea of Thieves. But no, You know what I'm saying? We here, GRG. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And then last but not least, you know what I'm saying? This you know, we got a curfew, so we ain't got as many questions because he got a ass whooping the other last week because he was way too early. I mean, way too late staying up. But what's up with you, Knuckles? How you feeling? I seen now that God of War stuff that you had right there, man. I mean, played a good penny.
Mom took it away from me. I'm time out now.
Oh,
I'm supposed to be using my computer.
Oh no! Oh
Man,
no!
You too good at that. That's
Yeah, I know.
No, you know what it is, guys.
Is that live?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, there it is.
That's what we gotta do the battle cry. What are you doing, bro? What's happening?
Man, I swaddle this baby, you know, daddy daycare stuff.
Oh, well, we know about it. So anyway, let's get on with the topics. And the first one is definitely it's not about game of drama. You know, we're gonna say that for last. But anyway, let's get on to talk about. Hey, I forgot what the topics were. Hot damn. See,
Oh man, already.
420.
Yeah. I'm already having my 420.
Like,
I'm already having my 420. Well, I ain't having no 420. I'll lose my job. Anyway, I don't want to skip it. Anyway, I'll skip it. Let's just talk about
God of Daycare.
Oh yeah, God of Daycare. Anyway, yes, God of War. That's exactly what it was. God of War. The hype. Has anybody got the chance to play it yet? I got a lot of heat for trying to be nice. I gave a number and people went crazy saying I gave a review for the game. I just was saying, hey, look, for what I've seen, because I've watched quite a bit of gameplay, I say I give it an 87. You're rating the game and you ain't even played it. No, that's not what it was. But regardless, my bad. I guess I need to spell out my words a little bit better or whatever. But regardless, I'm gonna go to you, Delilah. I know that you said you was gonna pick it up. Have you got a chance to play it yet?
I have not, unfortunately. But yeah, I do plan on picking it up, but no, I haven't touched it yet.
Oh,
but I don't think it's perfect by any means. No.
You don't think it's a 10? Have you seen any gameplay or anything?
Yes, I've seen some gameplay.
seen a lot of gameplay.
Yeah, I've seen some gameplay, and I'm gonna reserve my opinion until I get to actually play it myself. But I'm just big on the fact that I don't think any game's like 100% perfect. Only perfect game I've played this generation has been Ori and the Blind Forest. It's a 9.99. Yeah, so.
And it's still not a 10 out of 10. So what is it?
Ori? Yeah.
I mean,
too much,
still,
yeah.
Like perfect.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's good. I mean, people are enjoying the game. That's great for them.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it's good at what it does.
I can't wait. Like I said, I can't wait to try it myself. I'd rather reserve my skepticism, if you will, until I play it myself. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. You sound like you got something to say, Live. So what do you think? I mean, are you going to get the game?
No, man. I don't have no PlayStation.
Oh, okay. All right.
It looks good for what it is. You know what I mean? But my thing is like it don't look like it do nothing new. You know, so that's why I don't think it's a 10. Like there's nothing new to it. It's just the same shit but better paint on it.
The game looks insane on the Pro. I will say that.
No, I'm saying, but yeah, graphically it looks better. But like, what are you doing? You're not doing anything different than what you would typically. You do the little puzzles. Grab this rock, put it there. Grab the other rock, put it over there. It opens this door. You go in there. You fight these people. You grab some more treasure. You do it again, and it's like it's a cycle of doing the same stuff. I mean that we've already done in other games. So it's not like. You're not playing it and be like, oh my god, this is like.
I mean,
but it doesn't story game. Yeah, it's a story game, so it's like it's not.
That's why that's the only thing. Like, I don't know how long it takes to get the red box, so I'm tempted to do that because $60 for that. I don't know. The story games, like, I have a hard time paying $60 for those. Like, I can pay $60 for Gears because I know the multiplayer is awesome. I know the single player is awesome. Same thing with Halo. I know the multiplayer is awesome. The single player is awesome. Multiplayer, there's a multiplayer on God of War, so I mean I got reservation on, to be honest.
The gameplay looks fine for what they've decided to do, which is less combo, more just like you mash the button however many times you want, and they give you like different abilities versus having like massive combos.
The thing is, okay, this is one thing I gotta say real quick, and then I'm gonna shut up about it. Basically, okay, so they saying that God of War is a 10, right? Then let's say 8.5 to 10, right? In that range. Isn't Hellblade was also 8.5 to 10 too? So like Hellblade is nowhere, in my opinion, nowhere near that. Nowhere near like to me that game's like a 7 to me right now. Like the only thing is the graphics is amazing and the sound design is amazing. That's great, but for me, gameplay is king.
Yeah.
So you don't like the gameplay of Hellblade? You don't like oh my god!
I'm playing Halo. I'm still playing Hellblade now. I'm stuck on one of those little stair puzzles or whatever.
Which level?
Oh gosh, the one with like one of the early ones too, like she in the burning forest or whatever with the
it's still
the R. No. I found the X one. I'm looking for the R.
Oh, okay, yeah. When you get further into the game,
and so I found out. No, what would kill me with that game is that I found out that that's throughout the entire game. Like I heard that on Crossfire. Like because I just finished the Crossfire. And it's like I'm like, really? It's in the whole game. So it's like no way. That's a 9.
The puzzles.
There's only 2 types of puzzles in that game. So you either match up the symbols or you try to fix the fragmented image. That's really it. Those are the only 2 types.
That's what I'm saying though. So but by that logic, that's a 9, right? So listen to me. God of War is also a 9. So to me, you get where I'm going with this, right?
Right. I know exactly.
To me, that brings God of War down. To that level if they both are rated the same. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Skewed.
There's a little bit more going on with God of War from what I've seen.
Well, it is. I watched a lot of gameplay of it, and that's the thing of it that I will say. And I know people think I hate this game. I didn't say I hate it. I just said I wasn't going to buy it. So the thing of it is that for what I've seen, I would
want it free. Somebody gift this man that game.
The thing of it is that
he wants it free.
The game is a better overall package than Hellblade for sure. But and I've watched about 2 hours of gameplay of God of War because, like I said, I wasn't going to buy it, so I watched the ending and everything. Right? So, not all, of course, not the whole game, but of course, I beat Hellblade, and I've went through and Hellblade is a lot darker. Hellblade is very dark and sinister, and you know what I'm saying, and there is no game that I played that has been on that level of with the sound quality and it's taken. I mean, there's other dark, like scary games, but this game, it's not meant to be scary, but it gives you that freaky like something's behind you feel. And that's what I love about Hellblade, because it touches on all your senses. God of War, on the other hand, is a visual masterpiece. So is Hellblade, but it also has it's more toned down than the previous God of War. So if you think you're going to see guts, you're not. You'll see blood, but you're not going to see, like Kratos ripping something apart like he did so graphically in the older games. They'll still show violence, things of that nature. I'll tell you that Kratos got some fucking hands, though. He got some hands, but anyway.
He does a lot more melee than I thought he would.
Hey, what do you think about this? I mean, I know that you got it. Have you got a chance to play it yet?
No, not yet. I actually just got it probably about an hour ago. It just got delivered, and I'm actually talking to one of my friends here in town and gonna ask to borrow his PS4 so that way I can play through it over the weekend. Hopefully,
borrow the PS4. Wow.
Yeah, because I got the money to drop on it right now, but my boy's busy working, so he ain't using it. So might as well put it to use.
Oh, hold on. Let me say this. Hey, big shout out to our new sponsor. Appreciate you, bro. Welcome, Z Black Rider. Man, we got another sponsor. So we got 2 sponsors now. That's him, and then that's also Jazzy Noof. I'm sorry, Knuckles. I just had to give a shout out to him.
No, definitely. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it because I've heard a few people talking about it, and they've been talking well about it, and a lot of people state that what we've seen with some of the gameplay that's been out, because Mega, me and you've actually seen some of that same footage, and I do see where you're coming from on saying it's not feeling the same, especially for Kratos. But a lot of people say that when you actually see it from the beginning and actually start playing through, it's still at the core, it's still very much Kratos. But we're seeing him try to conflict with that, with his past and everything. So it's something that I'm really looking forward to playing. And everyone who's hailing it as highly rated as it's coming out. If it's that good for them, then so be it. If people see it as that, that's them. But as I stated before, we're starting to see, especially with how Delilah, you're describing Hellblade. I personally am loving Hellblade, the story and the lore and
what about
everything
the
that's in the
combat
game.
though?
The
Like,
combat
is okay.
I swear to you,
The combat's deeper than what you think.
It is.
I
It's
mean, I've been
deep.
playing around with
Get
it.
into.
I've been trying different combos. I like how they don't tell you. I think that's awesome. They let you figure it out. I love that part about the game. And I've been playing around with different combos and stuff like that. And like the animation's all tight. Everything's pretty tight.
Let me ask you this: do you mix in the melee kicks and stuff, or the shoulder
I do. I mix in all of that.
Parry
I'm not a
is
noob. First of all, I'm not a noob at any of this. Second of all, my favorite game is Ninja Game Black. Okay, so let's go ahead and twist it. I know how this works.
I didn't say you were a noob. I didn't say that. I was just asking.
My favorite games. I'm just trying to be clear. My favorite games, Ninja Game Black. Okay, so I understand how this works.
Nah, it ain't nothing like that, girl. I respect you too much.
I'm just saying. I just
I'll tell you this, Delilah. This is how it works. In the beginning, it's like all you feel like you're doing is like, damn, I'm just walking and doing puzzles, and then on random occasions, I fight a dude. Or maybe 3 or 4.
Oh my god!
And then but the thing is, at the very end, then it feels like all you do is fight. You're like, God damn, like, yo,
there's a couple parts.
Like, there's parts that I think the game should be over, and it's like dragging because you gotta go through, you gotta fight a bunch of dudes.
Well, that's a 9 to you though.
No, I never said it was a 9.
I haven't finished it yet. So I can't say that it's a 9. I can't give it a score. I don't want to give it a score until I finish it. But everything that I've put into it with what I've seen and experienced so far, I'm loving it. I do see how the puzzles can be infuriating yet simplistic and yet still enjoyable with matching the shapes and matching everything to the runes that you see in the area. But there is a way for you to actually see that, because if you're in areas, you'll start to see the symbol go around you, and that lets you know that you're in the area that you have to match it right around there. But the combat does get better because there's a couple areas later on, because you said that you're still in the forest fighting the dude who kind of disappears around, right?
Villain.
So that's just the first 2 bosses. There's still a lot more. There's a later. There's an area late. Yeah, there's a lot.
I know it's a pretty short game. It's something I can run through. I get it. It's just I got real frustrated with trying to match that R symbol in the forest. I'm like, where the world is this R at?
That is the most difficult. Trust me. That is if you're doing villains, that is the most difficult.
That's it. You gotta go. I got stuck on that. You gotta.
Okay, well, hold on. Live. Let's other people play and do that off of it. Chill out. Okay, so let's off there.
But either way, I'm enjoying it because as Mega put it, dude, is that game has literally one of the best sound designs I've ever experienced. It has me freaking out. It puts my anxiety at a whole nother level when the voices start going crazy, especially in combat, when they're actually telling you, hey, look out behind you, and there's legitimately a dude behind you. I start freaking out from the voices while trying to manage 3 different dudes at one time.
No, they
start getting numbers later on.
That's for me is fantastic. Like the sound design, like it's like someone, especially with because I got some really great headphones. It's like somebody's breathing on your neck. Like they did a very good job.
Yeah,
there's a level.
To me, that helps the game. But outside of that, like if I look at it at face value and just let's eliminate the sound design. Okay, let's mute the game. All right, let's mute the game. Okay, and let's tone the graphics down or something. And I look at just solely on gameplay. It's a little shallow to me.
Oh, if you look at it from that standpoint, But hold on. Let me go and ask Kaleidoscope. Okay, about God of War, because I mean we talk about Hellblade now. But anyway,
right? Kind of like went left, but
I mean, the 2 of them went together, and I'm excited for both.
Well, I mean, like there's some people that try to say that there are some comparisons. Those games are nothing alike.
They're very different.
They're very different.
I'm trying to create parallels there, but
no.
To be honest,
I'm trying to justify dropping $60 on God of War. I wanted it initially, but I don't know it.
I feel you on that. But go ahead, Kaleidoscope. What have you decided to want to try to pick up God of War? Have you seen gameplay? What do you think about it? Is this game a 10? Is this the hype is true? Is it real?
This is going to be a little long-winded, people. All right. Shout outs to Lieutenant Dan. from the PlayStation Nation. Well, not actually the Nation, but no, I'm saying from the PlayStation camp. All right, I was at his crib earlier today playing God of War. All right, from the very beginning. And before he put on God of War, he had Horizon Zero Dawn running first. You know what I'm saying? He got a full 4K setup. You know what I'm saying? PlayStation Pro, the whole nine. All right, so, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn looks gorgeous. All right, now, then we put on God of War. All right, graphically, it's better than Horizon Zero Dawn. All right, just to put that out there. And then once I started playing, there's certain elements that remind you of different games. All right, but that's actually a plus. All right, the combat is similar to some of the elements from Hellblade, but taken a little step further. And some of those God of War elements that you love in the game from the original God of War K-Mega is in there. All right, because there was a certain move that I saw when I was leveling up the character that I was like, damn, I did this move just like a week ago. What was it? Oh, yeah, Marlo Briggs that has God of War's DNA. I was like, wait a minute, of course. And that was from the original God of Wars. All right.
Making me sound like, you trying to get me hype, man. Don't do that. Don't do
that. Trust me, I haven't even finished, bro. Trust me.
Go ahead.
The kid, the stuff with the kid is on point. I mean, I was really feeling it. Yo, my favorite line is, boy, stop doing that. Like, I mean, dude, that was just getting me hyped every time, man. Every time I said that, boy, what I told you. Dude, I was like, man. And then all the stuff with the Norse mythology, you know, I love Thor. That's one of my favorite comic book characters. Even Triple Cup knows this. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, I love Thor. And that's one of the reasons why I loved Hellblade. But Hellblade, you had to sit down and listen to all the runes and all the stuff that they were saying. And God of War, they're presenting everything to you, all right, as you're going along. And you're learning the gameplay in the very beginning, but then after a while, it stops. It stops with the button prompts. It stops with everything. And the reason I said it was similar to Hellblade, you know how you got those dodge moves to the side and those step backs and whatnot in Hellblade? You got the same thing in God of War. Now, the controls are obviously on the thumbsticks. It takes a little getting used to, but once you get used to it, yo, you could do some fucking bugged out fucking combos, yo. All right, I be pulling the axe back after I throw the axe at motherfuckers and shit. I'll be pulling that shit back and make sure that shit hits them on the way back. All right, just by the way I'm angling my character. All right, and then I could parry any type of blow, whether it's a giant troll, a giant dude, you know, different types of creatures, whatever. I'm parrying their shits, coming back at them, and then switching. As a matter of fact, when I throw away the axe and whatnot, I don't even call it back immediately. I go and I start throwing hands up in the air, like, what's up? And I start beating their ass and whatnot, get them to the ground, pull on one of them supers where I break the dude's neck, then call my axe back, smack another dude, then go at the other dude and throw an axe in his chest. Dude, this shit is fucking fire. All right, it's fire. All right, and there's a lot of elements from different games. I felt like Rise, like, you know, the way the camera's behind the character and whatnot, the way he was running. I even knew I knew I had to run just by pressing the thumbstick in, just like in Rise. I was like, I started running up to the dude, started belting the shit out of him. I was like, all right, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And the visuals, yo, they're gorgeous, man. As I said, they look better than Horizon Zero Dawn. We was watching that shit just before we put this game on. All right. And I got up to the part of the world serpent, where it's a serpent that wraps itself around the world, all right, in Norse mythology. And yo, the serpent was around me the whole fucking time. I just ain't noticed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? Everything is there that you could actually see visually. All right, and you get to a certain point of the game where it actually opens up and makes it an open world. So only in the beginning are you constricted. Once you get to a certain part, people, that's when you get the compass. Oh, and I didn't even say the stuff about the witch. The witch was on a whole nother level. All right, and there's this one part where actually some character walks up to. What happened?
You gonna tell us the whole game? You gonna spoil it for people?
I know you guys want to play. I know you guys want to play.
Bring it back, like.
But the shit.
Get out of that boy. Hi, boy.
Man.
I'm just saying, man.
There
was this one part. There was this one part where me and Lieutenant Dan got up to and shit, and fucking, I saw a whole bunch of human people come up. And I just laughed. I was like, oh, they dying. They dead. Because I just finished fighting a whole bunch of monsters and all this crazy shit. Some human dudes come out. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers is toast, man. And then you also got some of the characters actually remind me of the dudes from Game of Thrones and shit, man. Those ice people and shit, what they call?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody killed this dude, Mike. Because I
know he said it was over, but yeah, no, he's right.
can't do it, K-Mag. I can't.
Okay, all right.
Oh, come on, Delilah. Those ain't spoilers.
Don't spoil it.
Have you not seen Blue People?
Yes, I have, but you going too far. Like,
yeah, just
bring
go
it back.
tone it down, but you keep giving what your thoughts about it.
Give him a week.
Yeah.
All right, next episode, bro. Like, come on.
Dude, it's been good though, man. I can't front, man.
How many hours have you put into it
my
so
time
far?
play since around noon to about 6. So about 6 hours or so, close to 6 hours.
Nice.
All right.
I was told that I was told by somebody that beat the game already that they didn't do any side missions, but they beat the game in about 14, 15 hours. Do you think that could be possible?
Maybe. I've been doing a lot of the side stuff though, man.
Right.
I've been finding
I'm a side
stuff. Is the quality still up to par on the side stuff?
I see that.
I thought it was up there. And the puzzles are pretty cool. I'm not going to spoil the puzzles for you, but they're actually pretty fucking cool. All right. Okay. It wasn't like a pain in the ass like some of the Hellblade puzzles were. You know what I'm saying? And production values is up there. It's through the roof, man. Now, if I was to give it a rating, I can't really give it a rating, but I'm going to coin this phrase. I imagine people are going to be saying it after this, man. Old man Kratos. Mark my words, yo. All right? Old man Kratos.
Kind of like
Old man Logan.
Yep. Old man Kratos, bro. All right? People that know Old man Logan, they'll know exactly where I'm coming from.
Yeah, when you
that shit is on point. And the stuff that they did with the sun, yo, I really enjoyed that aspect, man. Because the sun helps you out in battle. You know what I'm saying? As far as the gameplay, this is gameplay, Delilah. All right, no spoilers. So freaking the sun actually could, basically attack dudes and whatnot while you're fighting. And some of the enemies, you actually use your sun in order to help you out. Because then that actually staggers the enemy in order for you to run up on that enemy and lay the smack down.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember what game that was that came out recently that we used.
Yo, as a matter of fact, some elements reminded me of Enslaved. All right, because in Enslaved, how Monkey was carrying around old girl. Well, there was a lot of parts, you know what I'm saying, where his son, Kratos was climbing up something. His son would jump on his back. I was like, shit, I remember this one. I was like, Enslaved. That's right. Except he had to pick old girl up. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a female. Meanwhile, his son just ran up on there and just jumped up.
Okay. All right. Well, relax.
It has a lot of elements, but it's all dope.
You are saying a lot of things. Okay, cool. I got it. Enslaved is the shit. I would definitely agree. And,
bro.
You wonder why I said perfect, huh?
Yeah. But you still, to me, so newbie, that secret. I seen the secret ending. That was pretty impressive for what I seen. But anyway.
And the way the gameplay feels while you're playing, it's on another level, yo.
Okay.
I was really getting into the gameplay.
The rumble features in that game was just off the charts. Like the way you feel when you capture when you grab the axe and the way it feels as you throw it.
Oh my gosh, yo, that's what made throwing the axe so freaking fun. And the best aspect that I gotta give it up to Sony Santa Monica for is that you actually have to call the axe back. It doesn't come back. You know what I'm saying? So you call the axe back when you feel like you need to call it back. You know what I'm saying? And there's different things that you could build up on your supers and all that. It's really, really up there, man. It's really up there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I gotta say, man. Kratos, people.
Oh man, Kratos. All right, good deal. So we got somebody that's like, it's not a 10, but it's right there so far. So yeah, good stuff.
Well, I don't know if it's a 10. But I don't think any game is perfect. I don't think any game is perfect.
When you like 15 hours into it, then we could be like, what is it right now? Did it get stale on you? Did it get too repetitive on you? Like that's the feedback.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
that's fair.
Close to 6 hours. So
Yeah, with 6 hours.
After the first 2 hours, you ain't feeling it. It's like, damn, man, Hellblade. After the first hour, I was like, oh my gosh, man.
That's the thing about Hellblade. That's just once I got past the Velen, I was so happy that everything in the game was just fantastic. Anyway, 100. What is what's going on with you, man? I know that you don't have a 4, but would you consider playing? Oh, you got a 4?
I got a 4.
Yeah, well, you can thinking about getting the game. What do you think about this God of War, man?
Get it when you go in the bargain bin. That's what I'm getting. I got too many other games I'm buying, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I just put.
He just got a problem. That's a problem. He
buy too many games.
Fanboyism, man.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with fam. All right, I didn't bought 4 games in the last.
I'm just messing with you. I'm triggering you on purpose. You should already know.
You gotta like he be in the store more than he be in the games. I'm like, God damn, honey, what the fuck? He was like, yo, I gotta buy this other game. I'm like, yo, honey,
I'm the same way.
He bought a couple of backwards compatible titles, yo.
Yeah,
yo, he's still buying Neo
I was
Geo
playing
games.
Order.
He got like all of them.
I played Order. I played Orta last night. That was fun. And then when they told me that you can play the OG version, I almost did the jig. I was gonna buy everybody drinks.
Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, what about God of War, man? What about God of War?
But God of War, you know, it looks beautiful. You know, to me, it don't look like it's like a day one buy. For me, this is my opinion. You don't like my opinion, I don't really care. But
Facts.
But like I say, I'm too invested in too many other games right now. To me to pick, I won't give that the true time. I go from here to there and everywhere. I'm from Terra to Far Cry 5 to this game to this game. I'm everywhere. So I want to give it justice. Like even I want to bring up Hellblade. I'm tempted to try to finish that damn thing, but that damn game is slow. But I'm gonna go. It's slow. I'm gonna go with it. But you know, I hope they go out and buy it instead of red boxing it. You know, don't game fly it. Go support it. Go support Santa Monica.
Oh, I think Santa Monica's going to get supported.
They like hotcakes.
It's already saying that this is the biggest launched PlayStation game. I don't know. I don't know if it's the PlayStation. I think it's PlayStation 4,
and then they go back to the GameStop after they finish selling. I don't want that.
Oh, you know, there's going to be some that's going to do that.
I don't want that. I want you to keep it in your collection. Matter of fact,
a little inside tip. They wanted to take out the kid. Sony wanted to take out the little kid, and Cory Balrog, the director, fought for the kid because that's what gave more substance to the story.
Well, the kid wasn't as annoying as.
Of course, they're gonna do the pull at the heartstrings. I mean, yeah. So that's what they want to do. So I'm not surprised that he fought for the kid.
Right. But Sony didn't want the kid. That's surprising. Well, because it was like Sony was on the same boat that I was.
Budget reasons.
Budgetary reasons. No, it wasn't about the budget. I thought they was on the same link. Like, hey, this is Kratos. You got to have.
You know the funny. Like this is the way I look at it.
Because you could actually humanize Kratos with the kid, man. That's what I'm saying. My favorite lines is like, "Boy, come over here." I'm serious.
Yeah, but my thing
is a whole new element, man.
This is my thing as far as with it. Like, look at the X-Men movies, right? And I think we can all agree that Logan was better than all the X-Men movies, right?
Days of Future Past was a beast.
I don't know. Logan was better. Logan was the best.
Days of Future Past was.
Now we can say that Logan was probably better than all those. And
I won't go that far.
God of War element, right?
Yeah.
But
I agree.
But is Logan better than all the Marvel movies, the Black Panthers, the Avengers, those type of movies? Or is it even in that realm? Do you put it up high enough to even reach that? I don't know. You know, and that's the thing. That's the argument I would have, because a lot of times we have these type of games where they'd be like, "Whoa, like look what Sony did. They did a good job with what a character that they already had, and they added this new element. Now people are like, well, why doesn't Xbox do that?" I'm like, I don't think Xbox has to go from X-Men to Logan. I think they have to get more of their Avenger, because that's their style. Like, they don't go for
and you can market to more people. You can market to more people that way too.
They need to go after the Avenger type of style of gameplay. That's what Halo is, the Avenger type. That's what Gears of War is, the Avenger type. You don't have to go with the Logan route. You see what I'm saying? It's a specific type of fan that looks for a specific type of movie. Not everybody, like K Mega just said, not everybody likes Logan as much as the other ones. You know, even though we could agree that both are good, right? Some people just be like, this is a little bit, it's just too sensitive. I just want Wolverine to just go straight berserk and that's it. I don't want him to be crying about a daughter, you know? And some people, and you can't really say, well, because you don't want him to cry about his daughter, you're not a real gamer. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, look, man, just people like certain things. And to me, I think that both are needed, but this whole thing of, well, if you don't have this, then then your platform is shit. Then to me, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It is.
What about
makes
you?
a lot of sense.
What about you, Triple Cup? And then I'll let y'all just go ahead and say what you got to say. But what about you? I mean, have you seen anything with the game? Have you thought about getting the PlayStation 4 God of War? Where are you at on this game? Is it really all it's up to be cracked up to be with all this hype?
All right, I'm gonna tell you about how my thoughts about this God of War and this hype about why everybody keep, you know what I'm saying, boasting, you know what I'm saying, is it a good game, is it ain't? But before I forget, I had something that we were talking about a while back with Delilah had said that she kind of like asked a question, a genuine question that people kind of like, y'all know what I'm saying, probably will really want to know. And the only reason, you know what I'm saying, I don't really do this here, but like, you know, shameless plug, I did a video, so I really kind of dived into that question that you had asked. But what I was looking at it is like how you're saying God of War is a AAA, right? You got a AAA level 0 through 10. Everybody say, okay, God of War get a 9 out of 10 on a AAA scale. Hellblade will get a 9 out of 10 in a AA scale. You know, just to kind of shorten it up so you get the whole concept of that. Yeah. So that's just pretty much that. But like with me with the God of War, I mean, the way Collider was talking about it blew my mind. Made it sound like it's an amazing ass game. I mean, you know what I'm saying, make me want to play it. But I'm saying a lot of people may not like this here, what I'm gonna say, but I'm not getting burnt on a single player game like since I got burnt on Quantum Break. I'm never getting burnt on a single player game again. I love Quantum Break. It's a good game. Once you play it once or twice, it just sit there and you're like, oh, that's a good ass game. But you never play it again because you'd have played the story once or twice. You ain't playing it no more. So why spend $60 on a game like that and you can wait till it go down to $30 and you can get the same experience? Like you're gonna see the same thing. Everything that you're seeing then whenever you watch it, it's brand new to you. It's a single player experience. It ain't nobody multiplayer like, oh man, this person been playing for a while, so he better than me, or I'm missing out on the raids and stuff like that. No, it's not a multiplayer, so I don't have to have it right now. It's just because it's hype. That's why people going out to go get it. You know, people are sheeple. So for me personally, it don't make no sense to just go get a game because it's hot. A single player game, you can wait and still get the same exact experience. So I can't, my mind just don't wrap around that $60 for the single player experience games. I know people saying that's what we need, but in reality, you can play that at any time. I don't have to play that right now. You know what I'm saying? They calling me a casual, not a casual, a sociable gamer because I like to play in party chess. I like to get on the game and play against people or with people. I like to have fun when I'm playing the game. Or like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm just chilling out early in the morning one day, I'll pop in a single player. Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm chilling and I don't want to be bored, I want to play a single, you know, laid back, playing a single player game, I could do that on my own time. I don't have to, that ain't nothing I could have to rush to do. I could do that whenever. So that's why I wouldn't say buy God of War. Me personally, have my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But if that's what you want to do, you know what I'm saying, that's on your body. But my body telling me I don't need to have that at this moment. It's still gonna be the same thing. I mean, that's just my thoughts about it.
Basically, different strokes for different folks, man. That's all it is.
I'm here.
In here. What's that with your drag?
Ah, shit.
Lemon.
Woo! I listened to the whole podcast, but I'm gonna let y'all finish. I wait my turn.
I want to ask something real quick because
yo, have you gotten a chance to try it, Dragon?
Of course.
He did. You know.
All right.
I'm waiting.
He got a 30-foot statue in his house.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was live. I think you said it. Is that you know you're talking about how Kratos.
It just depends on what we are as gamers, right? Not everybody likes the same type of thing.
No,
when I did my review for Hellblade, I said, you know, people, if you don't mind, you know, a slow pacing of a game and whatnot, you know, if you don't like games that are slow paced, this might not be for you, all right? But if you don't mind kicking back and letting yourself be told a story, then it's definitely up there.
But that's not what I was getting. That's not what I was getting.
I'm just saying you don't have to check out the story right here, right now. That's a good experience.
No, and as far as like what you're saying, as far as what you were saying, Chuck, you do have points, but you told me yourself you only like to experience a story once or twice. Me, I was playing Quantum Break just the other day, and I probably finished the story like 3 times already.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
do you know how much stuff
game is though? Know what I'm saying?
Hey, but let's check this out, Cloud. Man, I know you got buku games. There's no way. Why play the same game over again? And
because I love the gameplay, bro. The gameplay is key.
Tell me one person that say he a gamer that don't have a backlog.
Say it again.
Oh no, we all have backlogs. Everybody has backlogs.
I want to try.
Did you not revisit a game, Delilah?
Absolutely.
If the gameplay was that dope?
Man, I've been going back and forth with Ninja Game Black lately, man.
Look
Like
at that,
my whole thing is I really want to play all my games. I really want to play all my games, and I know if I'm playing a game I've played already, then I'm not.
Want to know what it is? You play too much Madden, bro.
Man,
I mean, you play the same game over and over, Madden. That's
hey, but no, see,
I mean,
let me rebut on this one here. I understand what y'all getting at. Trust me, I understand that completely. But the whole different situation of that is that's always going to be a different experience because you don't know what the next person going to do.
Same thing with some action games. I mean,
exactly.
When you play a game, I'm like, okay, I know he's gonna be around this corner. He's gonna come around this corner. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna move here. This person's gonna come around. Like I already did this. I know
that's a bad game. Then if it's that predictable,
I ain't never met a game once you play twice that the game changed where you do have to do something completely different.
The AI is completely different. Tell me the AI ain't smart in a lot of these games like Ninja Gaiden, Quantum Break.
Those are called
every time I played those games.
There's roguelites that are exactly like that. They completely change it up every single time, man. There are those games. Yes, you're gonna look at games such as Dark Souls where they have pre-made enemy placements and you can know where they are.
Okay, well, let me say this one here. Why would I want to kill the AI and I could kill you? Ew, I just kill blood.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying that with what you and Kaleidoscope were just talking about right now, there's an answer to both sides of the question. I get where you're coming from, but that is the answer. I was like, if he finds that he likes going back and playing those games, so be it. There are games that are old that had really high.
Oh no! It's beautiful. No. I ain't saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. Because if you like revisiting games, you know what I'm saying. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying. That's cool. I don't dislike it at all. I'm just saying like
the thing is the head rush that you feel when you go through it a repeat time. That you ain't do things the way you did it the first time. You know what I'm saying? The first time you barely got out the skin of your teeth. The second time around, you get more bolder. You start doing shit that you would never do before.
Like the way
I gotta handle something real quick.
See, I don't like playing like that. I like feeling like the underdog. I like having to overcome something. If I feel like I could juggernaut through it, it don't catch my interest. That's why I don't play stuff on easy.
Okay. Well, what about you?
Like I said, different strokes for different folks, bro.
Well, that's true. That's true. Go ahead.
Ain't no foul in that.
Let me go ahead and get 108 Dragon's perspective of this. So I don't know if you've played God of War yet, but if you have, give me your
last night.
Okay.
Give me your input on it. Is it up to the hype? Is it a 10? Where are you at on this game?
I believe no game is a 10. Every game got faults. But I am going to say this. I apologize for being late to the panel. I'm trying to get this E3 money. And everybody, welcome to the stream. And let me tell you something. Kaleidoscope was on fire with his God of War rant. And I'm going to say this for the record. I was going into this optimistic, right? I listened to what K Mega said. Me and him had a lot of views. I didn't hit on it as hard as K Mega, but I am going to say one thing. There's been no God of War where a dude, 20 minutes into the game, bitch smacks Kratos. You hear what I'm telling you? This dude bitch smacked my man.
I want to spoil it for you.
Yo, no,
I've seen it. I know what he fought Loki. Yeah, I got it.
Yo, listen.
Not Loki.
No, it's not Loki.
Okay.
No, but I'm gonna say this. It's not the God of War that we're used to. So anybody saying that, they're retarded. But it is a new twist on it. It's definitely got some Bloodborne in it. It's got some Last of Us storytelling in it. It has drawn out dramatic music in it. But I am going to say this. That game is fire. And on my PlayStation, my avatar is Kratos. That's my favorite character for them. And for Xbox, it's Halo. And, of course, Mario on Nintendo. But this dude...
Hey, Dragon, do you think he could have got away with it if they would have did a different skin? Like, could it have been actually a different game if it was just a different skin?
Okay.
Like, is that different?
I'm gonna say this. All right. I always say when you get a big gun like this, when you get a big gun like Halo, there's no critiquing Genius. The people behind this game is serious.
Yep.
You don't. It's like I heard y'all talking about Logan. Let me tell you something. I'm a Wolverine retard. I didn't like Logan because it wasn't a good movie. I didn't like Logan because Wolverine died. You understand what I'm saying? So
Spoiler alert.
you can't.
Spoiler.
Yo, come on now. It's been almost.
Yeah,
a
they
year.
don't know the ending of Logan by now.
Hey, I haven't even seen the last Star Wars yet, so I don't want to.
That's on
Don't tell me nothing because I'm gonna watch it. You better not tell me.
I'm not going to want to see all that anyway.
I'm gonna see it.
All that anyway.
I'm gonna try to see it probably this weekend.
Yo, back on subject.
Yeah, back on subject.
Give me my 30 seconds of fame. Nah, but for real, the game, seriously, the game is awesome. I didn't agree with how they did the Gears of War over the shoulder. I thought the son was going to be babysitting, put this boy to nap time. He definitely is in a game where he helps you in battles, especially with the trolls. You need him to draw their attention. But this ain't teaching me how to be no father. That dude is rough.
Okay.
He's like, boy, come here.
All right. Okay. So I get it. Anybody else want to give their 2 cents about this God of War before we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, there was one last thing I wanted to bring up. That
no, hold on. Let me say this. Okay. Everybody on the panel that has played this game, I want you to give me an indicator of why I should get this game, because you know I am firmly against getting this game. What about this game that makes it so serious? Go ahead.
You're seeing another side of Kratos, and it's definitely a new. Well, after Ascension, they needed something new with God of War, because basically the story is over. You're on Midgard, and
well, that was
I mean, the way that
no, he's talking about. Yeah. Don't tell the Delilah.
Midgard is Earth.
Yeah, I know.
That's why
in Norse mythology is 9 realms.
So
I understand that. I know some things. Come on.
Come on.
All right.
So, what I'm saying is, K-Mega, it's gonna draw you in.
But man, Drake, you still ain't answering my question.
Chill.
We're telling K-Mega why he should get it, man.
But I also did answer the question. I said you can't critique a AAA franchise.
No, I was asking, would it have been a good game, or would it if they would have did a different character besides Kratos, would it still have been the same game?
No.
Nah.
Okay, that's why I wanted. So you know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Okay, I'm with you.
But it's definitely okay, Mega. You'll appreciate it. You'll see another side of him, and you know it's not what we used to over the action, crazy. You know, it still got the boss battles. The first two fights, I'm telling you, you're gonna work. You're gonna work.
Yeah, the thing is, it gets harder later on. Though
I got it hard. I got it on a hard setting from the jump, but you're gonna work, and that's what we used to with the games. You know, I got beat by the little minions, the ice dudes, and all that. I had to rethink my strategy, but it's definitely a good game. Mega, you wouldn't waste your money.
Yo, Mega, you like that over the top stuff from the original God of War series, right?
Yeah.
So there's definitely some over the top elements, especially with that guy that laid hands on Kratos 20 minutes into the game. I'm talking Man of Steel level quality, smashing motherfuckers through buildings. All right, this game was on another level, yo. The whole time I was playing, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? And then you start learning all these other moves later on that, you know, where you're able to 180 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Turn around behind you and all this crazy stuff. The way you could target dudes with the reticle and whatnot if you lose your line of sight. You know what I'm saying? The way you throw axe at dudes, or axe at the people that are around them. I mean, dude, it gets the adrenaline pumping, Mega. All right? And you love adrenaline pumping games, right?
Yes, I do. Okay, anybody else?
Oh, I was trying to say something before you brought up.
Go ahead, Knuckles.
I was trying to say that what Live brought up earlier about it being, you know, very Wolverine-esque, and the fact of that, you know, it's a solo character and it follows, you know, from what we saw before to more Logan style with old man Kratos now. That, you know, we've seen that on both sides, and that's a good thing because it tells the definition and growth of a character. And he mentioned that Gears of War is more Avengers style because of the fact that and that was a good comparison because of the fact that it followed.
We did have an old man Logan type thing.
Hang on, Collider. Stop! Damn, let me speak. I'm
Marius.
I will.
He's gonna be big.
Boy, I've been trying to say my piece for the last 3 people now. Let me get it out.
Let him get it out. Let that man get it out. Let that child get it out. Let the boy get it out. Go ahead.
Lord,
man, Damien.
Yeah. What I was trying to say is that we've seen the single character growth in a character on our camp with Halo, with Master Chief, because we saw how he started out in Halo 1 as you know, Mr. Badass, and as when we got to Halo 4, we saw that growth. We saw that more human-esque side of him with his connection to Cortana. But instead of doing a Logan where he dies and Cortana lives, they did the opposite, where Cortana's gone. And we know how that affected him. Right. They needed to do that kind of growth with a single character that had been established as long as they had with God of War with Kratos. And you know, they need to work on a big group styled game now, just like Gears of War, because he brought up a good point that it was more Avengers, because if you think about it, that's multiple characters that have flaws, and you see each of their issues persist throughout the series, as we saw with Gears, with Marcus dealing with the issues between his dad, what happened with Dom and his family, with Baird coming to and Cole dealing with the fallout from what happened before we started the series, with what we saw in Judgment, with them being court-martialed and everything. That's a great set for flawed characters as a group coming together and having to battle all their demons and aspects. And what I'm saying is that with God of War, they had the right idea of doing this more different take, not just the over-the-top angry dude all the time. They started to give him more layers, and with adding the son, I think it's a great step, because we're starting to get more of that depth, because we saw how they established Chief throughout all the games and through all the books, and in 4 you really saw it get more personal with what they did with his story in that one. What they did with God of War was a phenomenal step, and that's why you should take a look at it and really be invested in the game and trying it out, is that you're seeing more to the character than just what we know. And you need that, because if you keep doing the same thing, it's just like, why is he going to be angry at a pantheon that never wronged him? That makes no sense. Now, if you had more of a reason where it becomes the fact that he's more grounded and has a family, and there's an issue with the gods there, then you can let it grow into being the god that we know, not just straight out the gate for gods he's never met. That's what I'm trying to say.
Now, I would say this, with the critiques as far as Xbox finding their God of War type game.
We'll get to there later.
That's at the end of the show.
That's at the end of the show. Damn.
Y'all critiquing this shit too much in the
I know. We're going to the next topic. No, we're done with that. We're going to the next topic. We're going to the next topic. So you can stop trying to go to the last topic. Anyway, Call of Duty. And see, this was for Infamous. You know what I'm saying? I made it. You out? All right, peace. Anyway, Call of Duty. This was for Infamous, man, because she wanted to talk, and I put it second for her. You know what I'm saying? Because I got love for my girl. But anyway, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is going multiplayer only. And taking the single player's place will be Battle Royale. So
love to get more insight on this. Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to you a little bit later, Delilah, but I'm gonna go.
No, not me. I would like to get Infamous's.
I would like to get Infamous thoughts on this, but she's not here. But I'm gonna go to you, Knuckles, straight off the bat. Do you think this is a smart strategy for Activision to go this route, especially because I think Treyarch is the one that's working on this, right? So. Do you think that this is going to go well for them, or are people going to be a little bit suspicious of paying $60 for an all multiplayer game?
No, it's not going to work for them, and there's a couple reasons why. One, Call of Duty has been establishing themselves with some fairly great campaigns over the past few years. Yeah, we can state that after Modern Warfare 2, a lot of the online multiplayer just started becoming a carbon copy, not really any improvement. However, they did try to do unique things with each of their stories, you know, with Modern Warfare finishing out, and same with Black Ops doing some outlandish and really well done stories. With them pulling this out and probably one of their more known franchises and focusing on a battle royale mode, that's not going to help them, because one, their multiplayer has never supported more than at most 16 players. They would have to make a significantly large map, more than anything that they've worked on in the past, and they would have to build a brand new engine for them to support this many players. In the time span that from Black Ops 3, which was what, about 2015, 2016 or so, they would not have time to rebuild a new engine that could support such a large amount of players, as well as the fact that they would need to fully turn it on this big map into a free-for-all, because the fact that at most they've had teams of what, 8v8 at most, but typically around 6v6. They don't have the systems or the engines to support this kind of large scale battles, especially for something like a battle royale. If you look at other games, some of the other games that support battle royales were built with large engines that supported those large amounts of players. What Call of Duty has right now is nowhere on that scale or level to be able to support this. So anyone who buys this game is going to be extremely disappointed, because while multiplayer has always been the main aspect of Call of Duty, especially now, especially with the large casual audience, and the zombies having been such another big part for their co-op, they're not going to be able to properly support this unless they can turn around faster than what they've been turning around with a lot of their past updates.
Okay. All right. So really, are you trying to, so to me, you're saying that, because you know that the development team has been working on a game probably for about 2 to 3 years. Yeah, that's why they do the rotation. So you're saying that they could not get that type of that type of mode to get in there, because I think taking out the single player was the reason why they did it. Because if they did just keep the single player mode, then of course I think that might take away from what their actual goal is. Because I mean, I think I can see that this is Activision that we're dealing with. Activision is all about trying to make extra money.
Yeah, they are.
So with the battle royal, they can do more microtransactions, all types of things to wear the gear, all that, just like what Fortnite is doing. So you still don't think that they've already got this mastered and taken care of?
No, because if you look at it still, that means that they're going to have to do what we've seen with some of the other studios that have done under Activision's work. That means they would have had at least taken a year to a year and a half to really build a solid engine that can support large enough maps to have that many particle effects, as well as that many players registered per server, per map, per round, on whatever you want to look at. So that means that they would have to completely rebuild from the ground up that supporting engine. Then that means that they would have to take at least less than a year around to put everything together for it to be out in time. That means that either it's going to come out, but it's going to be real shit, or it's going to come out and not work the way that it's meant to work.
Okay. All right. So what about you, Livewire? What is your thought about this?
I don't care about Call of Duty.
Okay.
They're following that bungee train, bro. That's what they're doing.
Look. I mean, this is my thoughts on it. It's multiplayer. So they do multiplayer. I mean, look, I haven't played a Call of Duty campaign, so that kind of like, I haven't played one since maybe Black Ops 2, and I don't even think I finished that shit.
Oh no.
So yeah.
Well, the numbers may listen.
I just stopped giving a fuck about Call of Duty. I literally was playing Black Ops 2, and I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about this game. And I just stopped halfway through the middle, and I did not finish that shit.
Man.
I mean, but that's just that, like, there's a lot of shit I don't give a, That's why it was so hard for me to get through, because it was like, I don't give a fuck about this Norse mythology at all. I'm like, God damn. No. They tell me all these stories. I'm like, I don't give a shit about none of this shit, dog. Donald Trump want to finish this shit and fight the next person. Like, she was like, and I ain't, you got to know about this god. Fuck that god. I just want to fucking, where's the next guy I got to kill so I can finish this goddamn game? Oh, another goddamn puzzle. God damn it.
Okay.
I gotta go for real.
You gotta go? Okay.
Yes, I gotta bounce out. So, but thanks everybody for rocking out with us. This is Delilah HD. You guys know you can follow me on Twitter at Delilah_HD. Catch me tomorrow on Grown Women Gaming at noon Eastern on Lady Infamous channel. Shout out to Lady Infamous and the whole crew. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys next week. I gotta bounce.
Later.
All right. So you ain't make a marathon though, man. You just did a 5-mile sprint.
Yeah, now she was gonna go to hell now. All right, so here we go. It's
mildly some real stuff though.
Yeah. Anyway, but go ahead, Triple Cup Chuck. What is this about? I know you.
Oh,
you
yeah. Hey, check this out. Check this out. This is what Activision needs to do. I mean, this is exactly what they need to do. They need to come out with an annually subscription. You know what I'm saying? Something you pay for once a year for the multiplayer, you know, like $30, $40 a year. And the only thing they're doing is every quarter they add maps. That way you steady get new maps and you still be able to play on your old maps and you paying a yearly subscription, the same money they're getting. And then they can come off on the other side and just put out $30 on campaigns, you know, some little campaigns that they do for $30. You know, it's half price. So if a person just a campaign player, he said, okay, well, I just want the campaign, so I'm getting it for $30. That's cheaper. So boom, I get my campaign. Now on top of that, these people instead of paying these yearly subscriptions, that's like they buying a game anyway every year. So you still getting that same money, and you can do all your microtransactions. You can open it up. You can make this world bigger. You can have more modes. You can charge for more different things. It's gonna win on everybody in. Man, Activision, y'all need a brain like this here. Whatever y'all doing is messed up.
Okay.
we just YouTubers.
Yeah, that's true, and that's the thing right there. I mean, Activision is over here thinking about the money aspect. They see what Epic Games has done with this game. They saw how PUBG got everything started, how many sales they got. Look, everybody knows after the second DLC, even most of the cases, the first DLC, nobody cares about COD anymore except for the hardcore that still just plays COD consistently, because most people just buy the game. They may buy accessories and they may even buy the season pass, but they don't play. Once you get to that second, third DLC, it's dead. It's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there'll still be players playing, but it ain't generating any of the revenue that it once was when the game first comes out. So this battle royale could be
subscription. They probably will pay that too, though.
Different, right? This could be completely different. 100. What do you think about this? Are you interested in this new strategy?
Support Activision next.
Okay. All right. A lot of scope. Do you support this decision?
Actually, I think it's brilliant, yo, from a marketing standpoint and from a money-making standpoint. I mean, you know, there's a lot of multiplayer-only games that have actually made a mint, from Battlefront to Titanfall to Fortnite, PUBG, you know what I'm saying? All just multiplayer only. And people gravitate to these games because they really don't care about the campaigns. And Bloody Knuckles, you know what I'm saying? I got to say, we got to agree to disagree, but we're in the minority when it comes to the story campaigns, all right? Because most people that buy COD, they're not jumping on the campaign. They're jumping right into the multiplayer.
No,
so that's
I get
why
that.
they keep coming back to COD.
No,
all right, so we're in the minority on that. Me personally, I love the campaigns, but I really don't own too many COD titles. You know what I'm saying? The only one I got right now, the only Call of Duty that I ever owned is actually Black Ops 3. All right? And I know from history, you know what I'm saying? Treyarch is like one of the best devs out there for COD. All right? And then doing a 100-man battle royale in COD, that seems like it'll be something that'll leave a mint. All right, like the way K-Mega was putting it out with all the DLCs, all the cosmetic stuff that you're going to be putting on, know what I'm saying? All the different types of attachments to your weapons, all that stuff. Know what I'm saying? It's going to make them money in the bank. All right, so I see it as a positive move if you keep the Black Ops series like that. And then next year's COD, you can have your regular COD and whatnot with the multiplayer and all that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got to change it up every now and then. If not, it gets stale.
I get where you're coming from, and you're right. We are in the minority about everything.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that.
You botting.
I'm a botting.
You botting.
Right. Yeah. I give you a second.
Yeah, you botting. So, yeah, as for me, I think that it's really it's interesting that they're going this route, because we've been saying this for a long time. Why don't they just cut it out? Now, there was one thing that we talked about not too long ago where they were bringing what was it? Modern Warfare 2, but they weren't implementing the multiplayer aspect into it. It was just supposed to be a story. And right off the bat, there were people that was like, fail. I'm not buying that game. I'm not worried about it. It's not, I don't care about the remaster, blah, 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 right? But now, since they're trying to do this, what if they package in a multiplayer only Modern Warfare 2 on top
DLC.
of every, well, no, just like they did with with the last not with the last one, but with last year's COD, where they implemented not last year's COD, I'm sorry, the year before, where they implemented the first Modern Warfare with with the Affinity Warfare. Yeah, like with the package deal where they did it for like $79 or whatever. What if they do the same thing where they package Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer only, and then package it for $79, but you also have the story mode that comes out here supposedly earlier for $20? Do you I think that strategy is brilliant, because there will be a few people to buy the story just for the story, but there will be people that will jump all over COD all over again because
multiplayer.
Yeah, because the multiplayer. And one of my favorite CODs, if not my favorite COD, was Modern Warfare 2. I think that's probably the strategy that they're going to go.
It's possible.
Yeah, it could be, man. Sounds plausible.
Yeah. So
am I any better? Am I still button?
No, you're fine.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, but I think that would be a good idea. Like I said, though, I do agree where Collide is coming up is that the multiplayer is really the draw for Call of Duty nowadays. It's a hardcore casual game. Like that's the one game that pretty much any casual gamer out there who buys very few games will always buy Call of Duty. It is one of those games that does do numbers because everyone knows Call of Duty.
Yep. That is true. That is very true. That's very true.
And it's easy to get into. It's easy to get into.
Yeah, I mean, it's just to play and just to enjoy it. I mean, and I like this last COD. This last COD felt, at first, I didn't like the beta. I hated the beta. I was like, oh, they messed up on this, but they figured it out, got it right, and I like it. I've been really debating on getting the DLC because,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about when to get it, actually. So anyway.
I'm looking at Redboxing it, but I played part of it on my old man's PlayStation.
The story, the single player is amazing. It's great.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, all right, this is Call of Duty back to where it should have been, because I played like the first 2 chapters or so on my old man's PS4, and I was just like, all right, this is squad based. You have a group with you. I was like, all right, I can get into this. I was like, this is a story that was actually really good that I was digging. I was like, so that's why for me, I was just like, them taking the single player out. But again, we are the minority that enjoys single player on it. Is a bad draw in my eyes. It may work for them business wise, but for some people, even some of the fans may just kind of be a little bit like, really now? Come on.
Yeah, that is.
Why y'all damage controlling for Activision and them?
Battle Royale gotta be something incredible.
We know that this is going to sell like hotcakes because
first of all, I got to buy it for my son. Other than that,
well, you still buy it.
The last one, put it this way, this is supposed to be the Black Ops series. This is supposed to be some stuff that's supposed to be secret. You know what I'm saying? Hidden in the things. I tried to play 3. Oh my God. I told my son, please do not put this in my Xbox never again. 2, I love the story. But damn, come on. We buying repetitive shit. It's just like Madden. We buy it repetitive. We got to get to the time. Turn into a service-based service. So you're going to give me some new maps. Well, come
actually,
on.
EA should do what Triple Cup suggested, man.
But it's not
going to give you a yearly subscription to Madden just to swap out the pick and the rosters.
But man, we giving that damn game too much credit. Hell with COD.
But people keep buying it. You can say what you want.
They buy it. They buy it because it's on multiple systems.
It don't matter.
It's a household name. It's a household name.
It doesn't matter. No, there's adults that still buy it. I mean, I bought it.
Yeah,
it's a household name, so everybody, you just gonna buy it. Like,
she don't love Halo, but we fight for Halo. But at least Halo's some type of difference. They ain't got no Forge mode in it. You're playing these same ass.
But Halo is gonna have a battle royale in it in Halo 6.
These old ass maps. Come on.
All right. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna move on because I gave you.
He's right though, man. They did sell people the maps. Though, after
I came to you, you didn't say nothing. Now you over here trying to get hyped.
I got irritated.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, look, it's still gonna sell like fire.
Have me a drink.
Anyway, let's get on to now. We about to get into the juicy stuff because we only got
about Call of Duty. I'm starting to feel left out.
Oh
yeah, man.
I forgot you was here.
I am here. You see my goddamn icon, right?
No, I don't. I'm over here watching the chat. I worry about the people, the listeners, more than worried about you. But anyway, Anyway, so okay, I forgot to get.
Okay, let me say this.
Yeah,
didn't when it came out on the current gen consoles and they couldn't put the single player on the disc, what happened to those games on 360 and PS3, which had a larger install base for Call of Duty? What happened? People bitched, moaned, and didn't purchase because they want the single player experience. The multiplayer extends the life of the game, like Halo, like Gears. They have to have a single player. That is crazy. Y'all may say, oh, it's the money maker. Yeah, in the long run. But you see what just happened, then I don't think they're going to try that. I don't believe that because it just don't make no sense. And they got backlash on PS3 and 360. Who had the larger install base at the time for multiple Call of Duties when they tried that? It's not going to work.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. Okay, so do you think that, okay, because it's already sounded like this is a done deal that they're going to do this, but do you think that they already have a single player story already ready to go, but they'll sell it for extra into the DLC package? Do you think you see that?
You know,
I see that as well.
I can see them because Activision is money hungry. I'm with 100. Activision is dog shit as a company. They don't care about nobody but their pockets.
Oh, that's
they don't
true.
do anything to make a buck.
Yeah.
But
True that.
I can't even see where they're going with this because, like I said, it would make sense for the multiplayer, but they get their money up front. Day one sales, week one sales, they get their money. And they got a lot of content. And they microtransact. People always talking about EA and microtransaction. There's no bigger microtransaction game than Call of Duty.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Facts.
They milk you. So Call of Duty ain't broke. They have games that haven't sold as well as other Call of Duties, but they ain't nowhere near broke. I don't think they're gonna do it, man. I don't know where they're trying to go with it, but you can't go back to the original type of format with the new World War II game, which is basically Call of Duty 2, but can't go from there and then go back to the multiplayer only bullcrap because it doesn't even make business sense. It just doesn't because they're not those games. Fortnite, let's just keep it official. The base game of Fortnite flopped.
Oh yeah,
they had to copy PUBG Battle Royale mode, add it as a free download, and microtransaction you to death. Let's not be acting like when Fortnite dropped, they were selling, and now the multiplayer's a bonus. No. That game did dog shit numbers, and then they brought out a game off of PUBG's hype.
Oh, you're right.
And it's free.
So, free does it for everybody.
Right. And I played the other mode. It's cool, but I wouldn't buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I played it free. I've been playing on PUBG since PC since last year, early when it first came out. And I played Fortnite just to play with my community. But when PUBG came out, I don't really play Fortnite no more. You got people playing it because it's free. PlayStation dudes are playing it because it's free. People on their cell phone playing it now because it's free. So if they get $1 from everybody playing it for free, they still make out.
Right.
You understand? So I don't think Call of Duty's looking at them. It's like, look what they're doing because they're selling $50 season passes bundles. They sold, let's keep it official, $149 statue version of Call of Duty without the game. You forgot about that?
No.
Wow.
Some people forget that, Mega. Activision is the cow. No, we the cow, and they just be milking us.
Yeah, they squeezing the hell out the teeth.
So I don't know if they would drop a single player because, like I said, it don't make no sense. But it didn't work for them on PS3 and 360, and I think it was Black Ops 3 that did that, and that shit flopped.
Yeah. People they ain't get the numbers. They ain't get the numbers that year.
It was nothing to talk about because you just can't drop a Call of Duty for all these years with single player and just say, oh no, we going PUBG status, multiplayer only. Oh, we're gonna have a battle royale. Yeah. No. That's what made Battlefield as a franchise explode on the scene for consoles because it never was nowhere near the conversation of Call of Duty until their single players fell off and the multiplayer fell off on top of that. That's why Battlefield's so important right now. Battlefield's for hardcore. Now you got casual people playing Battlefield because they tired of Call of Duty and their nonsense. I'm done.
All right, cool. All right. Let's get on to the because we about to we doing all right.
Well, I just got here, so
no. You was fine. I'm just saying we just getting down to the nitty-gritty now. Hey, all right. IGN. Everybody's friend. Everybody loves IGN, right? Even everybody in the chat, right? All right, IGN staff, somebody from the staff took a shot at Xbox. Now, if you are living under a rock, if you pertaining to gaming, I mean, well, I'll just go ahead and explain it. What happened is that because of God of War coming out last night, a lot of people got it. A lot of people got it early, whatever. But the hype is still strong for God of War. Well, somebody from IGN made a picture of Kratos and put the PS4 above it, then had Xbox right next to it, and then that picture was absolutely darkness. So it wasn't even you know what I'm saying? It was shady, it was foul, in my opinion, but I want to hear what the panel got to say. So now this is talking about the media. So more to you, Triple Cup Chuck, first. Is this business as usual, or is this something new?
Nah, I mean it's something like that. It's funny when crap do something like that. You know, he do it for entertainment. But when you get a place like IGN, I don't care if you just what's the people that clean up. I don't care if you that, you know what I'm saying, just people that clean up around there. You got to hold yourself to a certain level when you're trying to be a professional company, and they always should keep it professional. I mean, that's first and foremost. And Ryan, he be saying some stupid stuff on there all the time. Like, it to me, it's mind blowing. It's almost like Trump type talk he be doing. I be like, where's this coming from? You know what I'm saying? I don't comment to that type of stuff too often, but I had to say, how professional. And you know what I'm saying? I just left it like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how people do up on Twitter. But bam, I just be looking at that and I just be shaking my head a lot of times because it's like, how do you allow? I don't care, like, you know what I'm saying, anything that's professional, you make yourself sound like just like a clown or something. I mean, I just can't wrap my mind around it. It's just mind blowing for me. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't understand. It's like it's past my comprehension.
Okay, so since you was talking about Ryan, right after it happened, somebody from one of Chris, dude from BGST, one of the homies, he went up and he brought up the information. He threw it at IGN, and it was kind of funny because Dustin, he's supposed to be one of the hardcore Xbox guys. No, Xbox guys. He was saying like, look, man, this is this is between me and you, but this really pissed me off. I mean, I'm seeing the receipts right here. Like it was pretty funny, right? And he's like, yeah, between me and you, I was about to play God of War, but I'm so angry right now for whoever did this, I can't even play the game. Now, first off, why would you say between me and you?
Who said that?
Dustin from IGN.
Dustin Legary?
Yeah. He said that to Chris because Chris, I'm looking at it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it right now. It's in Dustin saying right here, he said, I sent it over to our VP, but regardless of the outcome, I know who posted it, so I'll take that back. And he's getting an earful tomorrow. I'm very, very angry. I was about to go live with God of War, but I'm trying to chill before I do. He says, between me and you, I'm really angry about this. So I don't know if I can even stream. If I can even play this game. And he said, Chris went up there and said to him, I don't want the person to be fired, but doing that just fuels the console war, and it's just tiring at this point. Then he says he won't likely be fired, but geez, use a brain, dude, And he's like, okay. So anyway, they were saying that in private message. What the question I have is, And I'm going to, and Chuck, I think you said you was done. So I'm going to go to you 100. The question that I do have is why he didn't let that out publicly. Why he didn't let that anger out to show his disdain. Like, look, we're a group of people that a lot of people may think that the gaming media is slided to one side, but we are all about everybody. So why he didn't bring this out publicly?
He didn't make it public.
No, this is 100.
Made it public.
This 100.
I know. You said it was 100, but I'm just putting it out there because somebody else made it public.
Okay, go ahead. Go
for
ahead.
IGN.
Okay,
the person that made it public was Ryan McCaffrey. All right?
Yeah, but I'll put
actually. All right, go ahead.
Let him do it. Go on, Collider. Go on. Go.
Ryan McCaffrey posted on Twitter. He was like, I
didn't know Kaleidoscope was 100, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, Ryan McCaffrey put out publicly on Twitter. That's why Dustin McGarry ain't made it public. All right, he was just talking to somebody else. All right, he made it public on Twitter. I would like to sincerely apologize to the Xbox team as well as the Xbox community on behalf of the IGN editorial team. The Facebook and Instagram posts were unprofessional and classless and made without my knowledge. The post will be deleted ASAP. All right, and he tweeted this to Aaron Greenberg and Xbox Quick. All right, but yeah, go ahead, 100. Just wanted to make that public.
Yeah. What I put it this way, to me, it's business. They needed some clicks, But this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time they did some type of shit like this before. Destiny was good. Destiny's been good for doing something like that before. Remember with 900p, 1080p. This is not their first time doing it. So I can give you past the first time. I can't give you no past the second time. I had said something back to Ryan. I guess probably one of the only Xbox guys that probably ain't blocked from him yet, but I just said that you guys knew what they was doing. Trust me, they have a public relations department. Trust me, they get a go and no go. You trying to say IGN don't got a public relations department? They will be seeing out. If we have an intro media, we make an intro media whenever what you call the GRG Twitter. Certain people got access to that Twitter. We know who got certain access to it. Whoever don't get access to it's gonna be something. You didn't say something about it. Cause come on, it get crazy. But you know what? They like the console war because the console war brings what?
Clicks.
They bring bots, they bring the ponies, and they bring the weirdos and the people screaming to their channel. I actually thinking that they losing credibility. Like everybody leaving. Old girl didn't left.
Exactly.
A lot of people didn't left. See who did the God of War review. That dude sound like he was just fresh out of college.
You said this could be a publicity stunt?
Yeah. It needs people do stuff for a reason. Even think about it with networks. Why do you think Fox News, people still watch Fox News? Because they know they're gonna go left with some shit. They're gonna have somebody go left with some shit. So it is what it is. I don't, I said my little piece earlier, I just said, this ain't the first time. But my thing is, that's why I don't work for Microsoft, because I would have been like, hell with your apology. I don't care about your apology. Because you did this before to us in the company, and we did nothing to you. And we gave you, and we allowed one of our exclusives to come on, even though you might pay for it, but we allowed one of our exclusives to go on your channel.
Well, it makes sense. It makes sense. I'm not even gonna object to that because of the fact that it just came out of the blue. It just came out of nowhere. And it was just like, it almost seemed like they were just like, hey, we might can get away with this because nobody wasn't saying nothing. I think more people was in shock. Even PlayStation fans was in shock. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, like this is just blatant. So 108 Dragons, what is your take on this? Is this just business as usual? Because there's a lot of people that says that the media, that us Xbox guys and girls come out here and say that the media is biased, and it seems slated sometimes in points that we're just the ones being like crybabies.
Okay, did I just tell you I enjoyed God of War? I told y'all that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, which means that I'm a gamer. IGN is a bunch of fuckboys. They are the Fox News of gaming information.
Fox News. Half
of them dudes is half my age. They grew up on PlayStation, and they got a big fat blue PlayStation nutsack in their mouth.
Oh wow!
This is blatant disrespect to Microsoft, who need to just cut their ass off. Because why would you come out do a derogatory statement like that or image and try to portray something to the public with your 8 to 9 million people that watch you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I could destroy PlayStation for anything online that Halo, Forza, or Gears has done. They don't even have a game as good as Shadowrun multiplayer. But why would you do that? We know where Sony come up short. They're a great first-party single-player company. So if you're going to take God of War and say, like, this is what they got and they have nothing, God of War ain't made nowhere near Halo money. No. So what are you talking about? It's not even in the same category financially. It's not in the category of Forza or Gears. So why would they take a cheap shot like that? Because they grew up on PlayStation. Some people don't like change. When PlayStation 3 was on an in and out, on the 360 era, did you see this happen for 360? No. It's okay to hate Microsoft.
Well, there are people that says that there was a lot of bias.
They are biased,
showing love towards the 360 other than the 360, other than the PlayStation 3.
The PlayStation 3, just like Xbox 360, was on fire. The PlayStation 3 came out because the PS2 was on fire. They got knocked off their high horse. This generation, Microsoft got knocked off their high horse.
Right.
You understand? Nintendo been knocked off the horse several times. Okay? Let's just keep it real here. Everybody take a lick. Because you take a lick, that don't mean you don't keep on ticking. And these bias-ass people, Ryan McCaffrey's part of it too. Because he get up there and say some shit about Phil and then have Phil on the show. And Phil was like, oh, I remember when you said this. Oh, I ain't really, I ain't mean it like that. Yes, you did, because like all of us have channels and we get on our rants and we feel in our ways and we get to talking. That don't make us right. That's just giving you our opinion. But sometimes you feel yourself. Ryan McCaffrey is an Xbox dude that be on that show. That's why they got rid of, what's his name? Greg Miller?
Oh, yeah.
He was so far up Sony ass.
He
like
still is.
Around here, they had to get rid of him because he was blatantly doing stuff. Wait a minute. You just put
him and that other dude. What was that other dude?
I can't think of his name. You're right.
Moriarty?
Yeah, Moriarty.
Yeah.
Moriarty.
He is, but he's an even kill though. He at least can give Xbox some props. Like Miller won't give it.
You know when I knew Miller was a meathead? I bought a PS4 for DC Online Universe.
Oh well, don't ever. They had that show
thing on your PS3.
Don't ever forget. Oh wow! When dude, I forget the little dude's name. The one that he was kind of an intern, but then he kind of came on and he went with Moriarty and Miller and did stuff. And then they showed Crash for the first time, and he acted like this was like Battlestar Galactica or something rebooted and it's back, or I don't know. He went bananas. Oh my god! And I'm like,
people, I'm gonna tell you, for those who's gonna watch this podcast later, for those who's gonna watch, who's watching right now, you got to be careful with whoever you watch. Whenever, even with IGN with a review, they had that black kid,
Tim City,
Bobby Booyah, whatever his name is. He said, "I'm reviewing Madden. I don't play Madden.
Oh yeah.
I don't know nothing about Madden, but I'm gonna give you my honest review."
Oh, that's the guy who's the cop.
Pay attention to what IGN does. They are buffoons.
Yeah, well,
I don't care how small or how big I got. I would tell them straight in their face, y'all clowns. They're clowns.
The range goes further than that. Look, when I made my video where I got famous for bringing up the penis demon, talking about Persona, and when I said it was a niche title, right? They got crazy. They thought that I was talking bad about Persona. I had so many Persona fans come after me, right? But what I was trying to say, because remember, they gave Persona 5 a 10. Yeah. And when I showed it at the beginning of that video, was them saying, except for one person, was the guy with the glasses from GameSpot, that he was really the only one that played JRPGs, everybody else on the panel was kind of like, duh. And he even said a story where he had a guy that had to do a review on one of the Final Fantasies, and he said that dude never played a JRPG in his life, but he gave it a 7. And I'm like, do you not see that these people are giving these games 10s? They are just doing this because they hear how well these games are.
They don't want to be. They don't want to be the one that gets that rebuttal and say it's no. I thought it was an 8.
If you don't like, and that's what I was saying. If you don't like RPGs, if you don't like sports, if you don't like racers, if you don't want to explain yourself,
or if you don't like single player based games,
right? Yeah, you shouldn't do a review towards that game. They should give it to somebody that knows what those games are, man, or that somebody that's completely universal. So anyway, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
I just want the people just to be paying attention, man, because it's like the news. When you hear something controversial or you keep seeing the same thing on your TV, you start to believe that shit, but you only seeing what they want you to see. Sometimes do a little bit digging on your games, on your information, and just look at some of the stuff. They kind of they think we stupid. And most of us that's doing this gaming stuff, we've been around for years gaming. None of us are stupid. You know what I'm saying? Activision trying to get sneaky. All these microtransactions in these games, they trying to cover this. Listen, all they trying to do is get your money, get your attention, and especially GameSpot is another one. They get paid by the click, not the commercial. IGN get paid by the commercials you watch. GameSpot gets paid by if you log on a page. So just be careful. One dude, I forgot his name. I can't think of it. He reviewed Gears of War, I think a 6.7 on GameSpot. I think it was 6.7 on 7. So I said, wow, what is Gears of War 6.7 or 7 compared to what? Oh, I just reviewed it like that because I just felt that way at that time. But now I said, then you need to go change that. This is before I had a YouTube channel. You must be out your goddamn mind if you thought Gears of War 4 was a 7. You're insane. The work that went behind, that's like somebody saying God of War is a 7. You're insane. You know why exactly. I told Mega to get it? Because you're missing a great all-around experience, graphics, the way they interact. It's more than just God of War. They took it to another level, and I think you would appreciate it. Not because of what everybody else is saying. That's why I felt, because I'm a God of War retard. Because I was like, let's be optimistic with this. You understand what I'm saying, Mega? People gotta be open to change and just stop eating everything somebody's shoveling. Everybody shoveling shit don't mean you're supposed to taste it. I'm done.
All right.
I feel you.
Did Mega get dropped?
No, I don't know, but I know I haven't gone yet. So I'm gonna add my 2 cents. So basically, I believe that it's business as usual for IGN.
I didn't call your name.
So I was talking to the dude in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. I heard everything. No, go ahead, Kaleidoscope. I was going to Knuckles, but go ahead, Kaleido.
All right, damn. Okay, then go ahead, Knuckles.
Go ahead, Kaleido. You already started.
You already started.
All right. Well, I agree. It's business as usual. That tweet by Ryan McCaffrey that was public, they're just doing it to save face, right? Because they didn't expect to be such a backlash. All right. You know how you see them weather ladies and whatnot next to the weather things every night on the news. He just created a shitstorm that's not going to stop for anytime soon. All right. You know what I'm saying? If IGN was getting crapped on before, they're getting crapped on tenfold now. All right, because even people in the PlayStation community was like, yo, that's kind of foul, yo. Y'all supposed to be a news network. You know what I'm saying? This ain't YouTube. This ain't fun and games. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is a different thing. People go to YouTube to get entertained. All right, but y'all news outlet. And y'all was completely unprofessional by doing that. All right. And like Dragons put it out there and whatnot, a lot of these cats haven't been gaming as long. They're young bucks. All right. So they grew up on PlayStation. That's their favorite titles, man. You even had old dude fucking almost crap his pants because Crash Bandicoot came out. Crash Bandicoot.
Like
Dude,
it was
I
an
got more excited
exclusive.
dude, I got excited for Spyro the Dragon, all right, because that came first. But that's just me. That's what I remember first, all right?
You know what? One of the reasons why I want to say it's the only reason why, but one of the reasons why even the PlayStation dudes are kind of upset about it is because it brings validation for the fact that there's media bias. So now that anytime an Xbox game gets rated low, they just be like, oh, well, you know, an Xbox person can say is media bias, and the PlayStation guy can't really say there is no media bias when you have shit like that going on.
True indeed,
so we don't really know what
we don't want you to do that.
You know, so you know, because they're like, if you think about it, the PlayStation guys have been arguing for the longest. They're like, no, there's no media bias, there's no media bias. And then when you see something like that, it's like, fuck. Now we can't really say there's no media bias, you know. And so if a game gets a 60 and an Xbox dude feels it should be an 80, yeah, you can still be like, well, look at all these other places other than IGN. But the thing is,
look at what they rated.
If this happens at IGN, who's to say it doesn't happen everywhere else?
It happens. It happens.
And that's the issue.
It's not the point of it if it happening. Who's challenging these people?
Right. Yeah.
That's the point. And you gotta put them under the gun like everybody else now.
All right. What about you, Knuckles? Go ahead, man.
See, here's the thing about it, and everyone has some various points on it, and it does come down to this. If what you stated about what Destin told Chris on everything, that it was someone from the social media team who put it up there and started all this, that's absolutely plausible. And I know that because I worked at a company where I was close with the social media team, and the social media team is more than one person. It's a multitude of people, and we've had people who put some shady shit out there and stated all this and got in trouble because of the fact that they were putting their own opinion. And you got to remember, this is going through a public account because they all have access to the same account, but they could see who posted what under the receipts. So this person put it out there knowing what he was doing on a public account. So one, yes, they are having to save face with what Ryan McCaffrey's apology did and what Dustin was telling to Chris, but at the same time, it's not the whole company as a whole. They can do this shady bias shit and hate on Xbox if they want to on their show. That's a public show. That's another outlet. They can do that. But when you're putting it out there on something like this, especially on social media, when you're using a very open account and trying to get in on the console war bullshit, that's when it looks really bad, because that's putting it a different light. When you're on a podcast or doing a show, you can give your opinions and do stuff like that. But when you're doing something like this on a very widely watched Facebook page, Twitter page, it don't matter. This is a highly looked at page and website that is very big in the industry, especially as a lot of people's go-to for media. That puts them in a bad light. Now, it is an individual who did it, who caused a lot of shit, but at the same time, it is something that has happened in the past. But again, that's a different instance. This one, they know was one single person because they weren't trying to do that. When Ryan McCaffrey puts out his voice through his Twitter account or anyone else, that's coming from them personally. They're able to put their own personal opinion. When you're going through a large group, and especially a media outlet such as IGN through their public channels, that puts a whole bad light on the whole website and group as a whole. That's where it gets bad. That's why they had to do the public apology. That's why they had to be a little bit more on it. Yeah, sure. Dustin may have gone on the quiet side with Chris talking about that. And that there's a reason to that. You don't want to add any more flames to the issue, especially if it's already someone, getting in trouble for it, because you don't want to put that person's business out there. But what they did was wrong. But there's no denying that.
You mentioned something about the apology, but let's just keep it real. That's their third apology in the last 9 months.
No, and as I stated, I get that.
Third one.
They have to do that.
When you gonna stop? Phil Spencer had to respond to one. The other one, Aaron Greenberg, responded to one. Come on.
But again, those were those were directly coming from the people. That was them giving their points. They could do that way. But when you're using an entity as itself, putting out that kind of stuff, that's when it looks bad.
Ryan McCaffrey goes and said, Totally.
I understand, but what I'm saying is when Ryan McCaffrey says something through his personal Twitter account, that's on him. That's not showing the aspects of IGN unless he starts putting their name here, said this or this, that. But that's coming directly from him. This is coming directly from IGN's public face. This is coming from their registered account. That's when it gets bad. That's when it starts to draw ire from the community as a whole, because it's coming from both sides. Like, what the fuck is this? When Ryan McCaffrey says something, people expect it. They don't expect that to directly come from the website or entity itself. That's where the issue is. That's why they had to do that. I get that it's the third time that they've done it in the past few months, but the previous times it was coming directly from one employee from their own public face. It wasn't coming from the entity.
I appreciate this, and we all should, because it makes, when we talk the truth and just be who we are and give the facts, it makes us look better. Because if y'all look up to this company that's supposed to give you a non-biased opinion, and this is the shit they do, so when we look like we geniuses, because we just saying what it is. We don't have to do the hoopla.
Yeah, there was PlayStation fans that were definitely shocked by it because again, you have non-Xbox fans. You have people that just think that Xbox fans are crying about the media bias. And like, I don't know who said it, but they were absolutely right. This gives, I think that was Live who said that gives validation for what we've been saying for so long. Like, look, I know that you may not see this in a rating. I know you may not see this in it because you are looking at just what that preferred game is that's on your preferred platform, and you're just looking at it like it's like this, right? But again, when you look at those remasters, and I'm a fan of Until Dawn. I like Until Dawn a lot. That was my favorite PlayStation game for the longest time.
Yeah, that shit is chronic.
Yeah, but hold on, let me finish. Again, now y'all doing a lot of cutting off. Y'all ain't gonna cut me off. Let me say this. So anyway, so basically, they did Until Dawn, and then right before that, there was God of War 3, if you remember the remaster, right? They gave them good scores. Here comes God of War looked good, but it wasn't a true remaster. We all know that. Then you get Ultimate Gears, a true remaster, has extras, looks fantastic on the OG fat Xbox, looks great, plays great. Everything about that game is stellar, and it still didn't be. It got outscored by Until Dawn and by God of War 3. That wasn't even a true proper remaster. And that's when I knew. That's when I knew. Like, you're talking about, I get you giving God of War a good, because that is a foundation. That's a game that has a good long ties, a foundation of PlayStation. I get you giving a good score for that. But we're talking about a new IP going against a juggernaut that redefined gaming, and it's remastered, and you give it a lesser score. I think they gave it like a 70-something. And I'm like, what? And I knew right then and there that this was hot garbage, hot piss. And I was like, you cannot. And then, they ran Adam Sessler away, all that stuff, man. Anyway, Triple Cup Chuck, what do you got to say about this, man, before we get to the next topic?
Hey, you gaming now?
Yeah.
Because I had the little thing on move, but nah, man, y'all pretty much said what it was. I ain't really had too much on that.
He wasn't even paying attention. That's what you telling me.
My girl had
on possum time.
He was over cooking a possum.
No, man, she had cooked some barbecue, and I got some.
No, that was possum. I smell it from over here. You over here slurping on the tail right now.
Possum and coon.
Possum and coon. Anyway,
my bad, Triple. I didn't mean to do that to you. My bad.
Damn, he got you bad. He got you. Anyway, it's still on the grill. Okay, all right. Oh man, it's all right. Anybody else want to say on this before we get to the next topic? Because we're gonna have to get ready to wrap it up here pretty soon.
I think we touched on it as much as we can, man.
Okay, well, no, Live wanted to say something because he said,
I'll just say, hopefully, moving forward, What the hell was that? That wasn't even no dolphin, dog. What was that?
I don't know. That was a possum. Go ahead.
Man. But
It's just like a
possum.
dying pig.
Yeah, but hopefully they do better, but I mean, it ain't no guarantees. The thing that I was kind of annoyed with more than anything is the fact that they put up God of War and put nothing up there. Like Xbox ain't got nothing coming up in the next month. You know what I mean? Like they completely ignoring State of Decay, which is to me,
they ignoring what jumped out the window right now. Sea Thieves. Everybody act like that game is not successful. They don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's still top 20 on.
Come on, Twitch. It's biased, man. Jeez.
Okay, live has been on. You know what I'm saying? You're about to get the mute because you've been going so left.
My bad.
What did I say?
You just saying where to see the thieves come out of this?
No,
I'm saying
that was. I
said see if these. That was.
He said people.
Oh, was that lemon? Oh, okay.
No. He said people are forgetting, about a game that
State of Decay.
But I said they forgot that Sea of Thieves is here right now.
It is.
Right now. That's what I said. So it had something to do with what he
I
said.
just heard Sea of Thieves. I said live is going on a rant. I don't know.
No. Can't make it talking about I'm not listening.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yo, Triple, he missed the whole point.
I did. I was reading comments and then I got something down. Don't read. Delilah was over there clowning. She was over here saying, "Y'all still on? We ain't hit the channel mark yet."
Listen, last time we had a long show was a success, and thank you, people, for that success.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. But the ladies ain't here, so normally our views go down. But anyway, keep going. See, nobody else is saying nothing. Anyway, all right.
We did. Yo, we know the media bias, man. Y'all remember when Halo 5 came out, right?
Yeah.
There's one dude that gave it a 7.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this motherfucker smoking?
Most of that stuff comes from GameSpot.
Yeah, everybody clicked on that channel quick as fuck. Yo, just like, how the fuck they gave it a 7?
Talking to the dude from GameSpot, he basically told me, yeah, I just did that. But you know why? I told you, IGN get paid for commercials. They don't get paid for clicks. GameStop get paid for clicks.
Yeah, true that.
They're a European site.
Well, ask me
they
this
get
question.
paid differently. Huh?
Y'all ask this question. If everybody want to use Metacritic as so much as it's like a, saying like a poll, you know what I'm saying? If it's, the water is deep or not, right? 85%
of go by Metacritic, Xbox One has a lot more higher rated games.
You don't know who they are. Go look down the list on Metacritic. You don't know what their websites are.
100 is right. If you
don't follow
Wikipedia, on Wikipedia you can edit the information yourself.
Yeah.
You can't use Wikipedia and Metacritic. Metacritic try to collect scores, and people like, but Metacritic said they're not even sanctioned. What the fuck you mean Metacritic told you that? Who's Metacritic?
Just like the 10 on the bow. I saw a critic from what do you call that? Mom Home and Gardening saying this is the best thing since sliced bread. Nobody knows about them. So my thing is, how can you go off of that? They might have liked it, but how can you go off of that type of stuff? You need to try it out for yourself.
I got a question.
People got mad at me and made. I said, try it. I said, don't knock it before you try it.
Yeah, but you know what? 100. I go one further. You know what it feels like sometimes? It feels like when people play the PlayStation games, it's like this is the first time they ever played the game, and they're like shocked and all and surprised, like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. Yo, the fact that this game has a combo system. No other game has ever done that before. Like, what the fuck, my nigga? Yo, but when it's like an Xbox game, they critique it based on all the games that ever came.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, be like, nah, man, I'm a racing fan, and I play many racing games, and therefore this is racing game. It's good quality, but it don't have this, is that, and the third, and it don't do this. And I have bam, there you go. That's why I gave it a 4.
Well, Boss moves in the chat. He says Metacritic scores dictate whether development teams get bonuses with their ratings is why they matter. And I agree with that. But
but that's their fault for signing that contract. Back in the day, wasn't no Metacritic.
I agree.
It wasn't.
You're going left, honey. You're going left.
They're dumb.
Yeah, for sure.
That's on their benefit that you allow your company to benefit to do that. Perfect example.
I agree.
We got secret shopper. I worked in retail. A lot of people, it kept people in check because they didn't know who can come in. Mega could have been a secret shopper or this and that. That is kept to know what their criteria is. I do that for Google now. I can go to a store and come walk out. What did you do? Did you get cursor? But they don't know who I am. But Metacritic, you can't go off for somebody that's going to be biased. I would not put that in my contract. This give me another bonus and say if this sells.
But they got to adjust that because similar to the NHL, remember a couple of years back when the NHL had that controversy where they voted that dude in to be an all-star and the dude was like a bench warmer. Like he wasn't even like a rotation guy, like a serious rotation guy. He was just like an enforcer that they used to bring off the bench just to knock motherfuckers around. And he got into the freaking All-Star game. You know what I mean? Like because they allowed the fans to do it. Like so, they got to fix the system. I got
a question for the panel.
Fair.
Who do you really respect? Your gaming community or people getting paid to talk about gaming?
The gaming community.
Because all of us on this panel, all of us that's probably listening, we go out here and buy these games. If anybody gonna feel jerked or excited about a game, it's somebody who go out there and spend their hard-earned money or their parents' hard-earned money and get into the game. You either gonna enjoy it or you're gonna say this is some bullshit. We as a community have more strength than the developers, than the media. Look at EA, microtransactions. They changed the whole Star Wars Battlefront system because dudes was like, I'm not buying that shit. I want the gamers to listen sincerely. You control what goes on in the gaming community. If you let them do it to you, it's going to get done. But if you turn your back on them, they need your money. Because these developers get a lot of money for their teams. Right now, Cliff Belinsky has swallowed his pride. You understand what I'm saying? He was on top of the world at one time. Lawbreakers has shown him you can say whatever you want. If the gamers don't support you, you are nobody. And we have to realize that as a community. This is why you got to listen to people like us. Listen to other YouTubers we may not even know. Long as they give you what you need and provide you great content and great information, respect the gangster. But IGN and these other corporations, they're sour, man. They like Activision. They worrying about that next check.
All right.
That's what we worry about.
Yeah,
all right.
I agree with what 108 Dragon said because I listen to the gaming community. Just like 100 and all of us here on the panel, I normally, when I go buy a game that I never even heard about in the Xbox store, I look at the ratings. I'm looking at what other gamers in my community are thinking about this particular game. All right. And I read the ratings down below like, oh, shit, yo, that sounds on point. That sounds like something right up my alley. You know what? I'm going to cop this shit. You know what I'm saying? So as gamers, we need to pay attention to each other. What do your friends like? You know what I'm saying? Don't be worrying about what somebody is posting on some website because they could post whatever they want for clicks, for the controversy that it's going to bring, for whatever reason. All right. But as gamers, listen to what each other's playing, man.
All right.
They have board meetings and they sitting there and plot, like I talked about the last episode we had. They got board meetings too and see what could get them the next few thousand clicks. What can we do? It's like a reality show. How can we hype this up?
Yep.
It's business.
It is. It's just business. Now let's get on. We got 2 more topics, and we want to get this done as soon.
God damn.
Yeah, y'all would shut up. I'm like, go ahead. Y'all like, yeah. So don't blame it on me.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, okay, the Xbox rumors. I know that y'all see those leaks, and what do y'all think about those lists of games? I mean, y'all remember? Okay. Yeah. Well, one that really I knew when it was fake because it said that it was a Halo reboot after the trilogy. Oh, wow. And if you played Halo, then you know that this is not a trilogy. It's an ongoing saga. Also, there was another reboot. There was there's been a lot of rumors about some kind of Forza kart game that's supposed to be going with your avatars or something like that, or maybe some kind of like
well, that might be a possibility.
I can see that.
That might be cool.
And you know,
I can see that.
You know what it could be like? Did anyone remember?
Did we lose Mega?
No.
Play with,
no.
you can play with Lucky Tails. You can play with Cuphead.
Yo, is we still online?
No, we online. We online.
Yeah, we still live. Right. What I was saying is, did anyone play that game that came out?
I'm still here.
Blur? Did anyone play Blur?
Yeah, Blur.
Blur was basically Mario Kart, but for more mature because of the fact that it was based on actual cars and all that stuff. Right. I was like, that's something that they can easily do with the avatars as well as using the Forza cars, because the fact that those two would be easy to do. Blur was a really underrated game that
So it was Joyride that used Kinect.
Yeah.
Dude's laughing. Y'all laughing. Joyride was the truth. I think it was better than Mario Kart by a lot.
No.
Yeah. The second one? Not the first one. The second one. The second one was a monster.
Okay.
They dropped Kinect and used a controller. I
can't talk about it.
I can't co-sign that. Yeah, I can't co-sign that. But
I got Mario Kart on my Switch though.
But Blur, I can say something. Blur was dope though. I mean, I hate that studio shut down. But anyway, I mean, what do you guys? I mean, you all guys all unison that this list is bogus. I mean, because it was really kind of crazy. Like it was saying stuff like, well, which would be cool. I think this would be cool. Like Borderlands 3 would be a Game Pass exclusive to Xbox. There was another game, I think it was Splinter Cell, that could have been a Game Pass game exclusive for the Xbox. I think that would be all great and good and all, but I just don't see that. That would be exactly that would be great for Game Pass, of course, but Borderlands 3, I could maybe see that, but for Splinter Cell, absolutely not, unless that game was exclusive.
Can't be exclusive.
Yeah, so yeah. So it's one of those things where I just looked at the list and I thought it was just absolutely bogus.
Here's the reason that list is bogus, right? And I talked about this yesterday on TSP. And the reason that list is bogus is because the stuff that's on that list that leaked is stuff we've known about, rumored for months. It's easy to leak stuff that's been known than stuff that isn't known. All those games on there, a lot of those marketing deals we've already heard about. We know they have a marketing deal for Anthem. We know they always have a marketing deal for Madden. We already known that there's been rumors about them having a marketing deal for a new Splinter Cell reboot. That was announced almost 3 months ago when the rumors first started coming out. We know they have a marketing deal for Exodus. This is all stuff that's known. The only thing on there that wasn't known was Scream Ride 2, but I don't think if they probably will do a Scream Ride 2.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody live would like it though.
I would like it too. I like that.
Yeah, but
I mean, but you gotta throw a long shot in there.
Yeah,
I like it
somewhere.
But Scream Ride is like the old roller coaster tycoon kind of stuff. But that's stuff that's expected. They're gonna put in a family friendly game or one of those games that may not necessarily appeal to the hardcore, but it may appeal to some. But the thing is, a lot of that stuff is on there, stuff we know, like the Joanna Dark. We've known for months that there's been rumors about a Perfect Dark reboot.
Years.
A lot of that stuff is stuff that's been known, that's supposedly supposed to be coming out or talked about at E3. It's easy to leak stuff that's already known.
Common sense stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
it's easy to leak that than stuff that hasn't been known. We know that they're already stating that they're putting together something bigger and better than they did last year, and they have a lot of unannounced games that they're going to show. Those are the things that you didn't see on that list because of the fact that that's the stuff that nobody knows, because that's the stuff that they're not letting get out. They can let the reason they haven't shut down any of these rumors is it's because stuff that's already been out for months since December. That's why they're not going to say anything about it.
One rumor was like, we might see Halo 6. Halo 6 is inevitable.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, we're gonna see Halo 6. No duh.
Yeah. It coming out in 2016 or 2019. I can obviously see that. All the stuff that they state that's coming out this year, stuff that we already known is coming out this year. Stuff that's coming out in 2019 is stuff that we expected. Ori and Will of the Wisps, I expected it to be in 2019, if not late 2018.
Right.
Metro Exodus, all that stuff is stuff we know is not going to be coming out until next year from when they first teased it, because they're doing stuff that's only about a year or so out at most now, because they're not trying to push it too far.
Crackdown.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, Crackdown comes date during E3. I hope so, because if not, it's not looking pretty.
Or the end of the month, man. The way rumors were saying, right?
Yeah, or something like that, man. But we're gonna see like that list is just full of shit because it's stuff that's already known.
But that's the E3 bullshit. That's every year.
Exactly.
They know it's gonna get clicked.
Yeah, click till the bullets run out. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. It like they say, just throw all the shit at the wall and see who sticks. This is something that easily stuck because it's stuff that's known. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, I want them one year. Just come out with an original list. Just come out with some shit. Like we always say, come up with some shit from the left. Don't come out with the obvious and then be like, "Is this true?" Dun, 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 dun.
That's stuff that we already done heard.
Exactly. Don't even bother with that crap.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So yeah, all right. Well, the future of you know what I'm saying. What do you think that Xbox is going to be able to show us for in the future for what's coming in the future? Because it was a report that came out, I think, yesterday and today, that Killer Phil said, look, we're going to show something that's going to be secret, that's going to come out this year, and we're going to show stuff that's coming out for years to come. That's something that a lot of people have been asking for. So what do you think that they'll be able to show?
Probably so.
He said that we're going to show a secret that's going to come out this year.
Yeah, he said a secret that's coming out this year.
He said there was secret games. He said there was games that was going to be coming out this year.
Games.
Plural. Games, yeah.
All right. Ooh. All right, go ahead, Knuckles.
What I was saying is this, man, is that the stuff that we see is going to be the stuff that we've been known. Maybe a few surprises that they have up their sleeve for things that are going to come out. But as for the things for years to come, it's stuff that we may see closer to the end of the life cycle before we go into next gen or whatever people want to call it, whatever they do for the next one, whether it's an actual next box and PS5 or anything. But they're going to start showing what we're going to be expecting here in the few years. My thing about that is that when they show this, the community and a lot of the fans better not be complaining because they asked for them to show what's coming in the future.
Right.
And if they show it, there better not be complaints when they see it over the next few years when they're showing the progress on it. I want them to show what we have in store for the future because, as we stated before, this gen's over. They're making the games that can help support this gen and keep it going for a while, and everything before they set up with the next Xbox. But the thing is, if they show the future, don't get pissed at them when you realize that those games aren't coming out for 3 or 4 years. Y'all asked for that. Y'all are gonna have to deal with that shit. That's where it's at.
Yo, Knuckles, I love you like a brother, right? But I'm gonna say this. Say it like it is. Don't get mad when they do a Sony PlayStation and show a game that's not coming out, and they show you a cutscene and you hype for 3 years. Let's just because that's what Sony does. They show you something that ain't. I'm 3 E3s in. We still ain't got Spider-Man. We got a date this year, but 3 E3s in.
They already stated that Last of Us 2 ain't coming out for a few years.
Facts.
Everyone's saying Last of Us 2 this year. No. Even the head of Naughty Dog.
No.
Yeah, the head of Naughty Dog said no. That game's still a few years out. So anyone who's hyping all that shit up is just
any story-based game with all that acting, voice acting, camera angles, lighting, all this extra dramatic stuff. None of those games are fly-by-night games. They take work.
Nope.
They take director's vision, just like Steven Spielberg. They didn't make Jurassic Park overnight, just like, all these J.J. Abrams movies. Listen, they take time. And for you to get that final great-looking package, they got to put it together.
Yeah, so Days Gone didn't even come out this year. Right. Yeah, there's no way that game is coming out. No, it's not. Neither is Death Stranding. But they'll show that at E3, and they'll show stuff Spider-Man in Detroit, and they'll get the crowd hype. And then
Detroit it should be out already.
It's coming out in May, right?
It should be out.
Oh, it comes out in May. I thought it came out in
May. They're not showing Detroit.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I'm in Detroit.
I just want to kill that father that killed his daughter. I'm gonna kill that.
But anyway, as for me, and then we get to our last topic, and then get the hell out of here. As for me, they will definitely show Fable.
I ain't say my bid.
I hope so.
Well, we trying to. Y'all did enough talking.
I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be quick though. But
be quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quick too.
You was talking.
No, I wasn't. I
All right, yo. The only thing I gotta say is the games that they got coming. If they bring in new games that we're gonna be playing this year, my only hopes are for a Joanna Dark game. I've been wanting Joanna Dark for the longest time. All right, so bring me a Joanna Dark and a new Killer Instinct. I'm good.
No,
now, a new Killer Instinct would be fun. Yeah, go ahead. Now, you back.
Battletoads.
Okay, Battletoads.
All right, yo, even Battletoads, yo, but I want that Killer Instinct, though, definitely, man.
And this is what I wanted to say on the point.
Man.
Quick and easy. I read a statement from Phil popping shit.
I know, I saw
last
that.
year's E3. And Phil don't talk shit. And
He
when
said
he talked about last year's E3, nobody believed him. So now he talking shit. He must got something up the sleeve. That's what I got to say. Because I believe that dude. I didn't believe him last year, but I believe him now.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all I had to say.
There's a reason he called Killer Phil, man. He's going for it now.
Killer Phil.
Yeah.
Killer mother, shut your mouth. Phil. And nice Sharon Loftus. Hell yeah. Anyway.
So go ahead, K Mega.
All right. Well, as for me, I Fable. And Quantum Break 2. That's what we talking about. All right, let's go. Quantum Break is coming back. Quantum Break is on the way, Jack. I'm telling you, they're working on it right now. It'll be here. It'll be one of those future games. Not this year. I'm talking about in the future.
Dude, what will get me excited will be a Rise 2.
A Rise 2 would be insane.
Rise 2 ain't getting the rise out of me.
Listen.
I know, right?
Go ahead, Chuck.
Hey, it take about 5 years to make a game, huh?
Yeah, well,
3.5 now.
No. God of War was like what, 7 years? 5 to 7 years?
But it was
I'm just giving it, giving it some like extra.
It's according how big the game is.
Right.
Yeah, but like about 2013 to 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, they can announce it right now because they dropped the last one in 2013. So if they put out, a Rise 2 in every 7 years, 8 years, that's good timing.
Right. Yeah. Only thing I don't like about Rise is you didn't really control the combos in terms of doing what you want. You had to like time it.
Well, the finishing moves.
Right? Yeah, the finishing moves. But you know what? Rise is still a standout, gorgeous game. Current gen TVs, 4K TVs, or whatever you want to call it. Listen, it's a beautiful game.
I mean, just think about
God of War took a lot of pointers from Rise. Facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's get to the last topic, and then we're gonna get out of here. And then there was somebody. Okay, Havoc Strawberry. I got you. I'll be your Huckleberry because this is what I was saving the best for last for. Let's talk about this gaming drama that's been going around here
with you.
Oh no! Oh yeah, of course. But but this is just overall. There's been more drama and chaos than I've ever seen in gaming in my entire life. Now, so I'm going to address this, and then we're going to get down to it. Now, I was on multiplayer last night, right? I was only on there for about an hour or so because, and I got off because I'm a big fan of Rachel Maddow. I told Z I'm getting off. Got off, right? Well, I was asked a question from all day about Halo 4. And so I said, it says, did you beat Halo 4? I said, yeah, I beat Halo 4. So then he says, no, you didn't. You're a liar. And then so it goes off from there, and then I didn't hear nothing else, right? And so we just move on. So I was kind of thinking that he was going to try to do some kind of talk about Halo 4 being, the changes with Halo 4 with God of War, whatever, but then nothing been said or whatever. So I got off. I go, I'm up at, I was at work at 3:00 this morning. I sit here and get hit up by somebody from the UK, and he sits there and says, "Hey man, you need to listen to the multiplayer." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So he told me the time to listen to it. So afterwards, they over there talking trash about me, right? Sitting there dogging me, saying that I didn't beat Halo 4. They went to some like true achievements or something like that and looked at my achievements or whatever because I got my shit locked down on, just to piss people off, right? So they go back and they show, and he's like, he's a fraud. He didn't play a game. Well, this is the thing that I'm talking about right here, and then we'll all get into our point. See, I didn't get my chance to do any rebuttal or to explain anything of whatever was said, right? They just go and they think that they had something on me and used it against me. If they asked me, I would have just explained what the hell went on, right? Like my son. No.
Let me
Like,
finish. I want to hear this shit.
Let me finish. Right. So if you've listened to me, I've always said that I wasn't a big fan of Halo 4's multiplayer. I never was a fan of it at all. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't really play it, but my son did. My son played the hell out of the game. Now he broke his Xbox. He spilled Mountain Dew on it, and so he worked at Brahms. I mean, we talking about 2012, so he was about like 15, 16. And if you don't know what Brahms is, it's like a regional restaurant out here in the South, right? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, and so you can start working in when you're 14. So he was working at Brahms, and so I told him he had to earn to get his own Xbox, but he could still play on my Xbox, but he had his own account. So when I'm working a lot of hours at that time, anywhere from 12 to 16 hours a fucking day. And so, I'm saying, I'm not doing really too much anything until like Christmas break. He wanted to spend time and play the game together, with his pops. You know what I'm saying? And that shit means a lot to me. So if I've told this story before where like where I took him to his first game thing where, his first Halo night and all that as a kid, and that stuff resonated with him. And so anyway, so when he asked me, hey, look, I want you to go through the story and play the game with me, I was like, cool. So we co-op the game. But it was still under his account. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at my achievements and you say, oh, Mega didn't beat Halo 4, you know what I'm saying? Me and my son went in there and beat that shit on his account. You know what I'm saying? So why, you know what I'm saying? If the thing of it is, people can believe me or they don't have to. That shit don't ever bother me, right? But why be a bitch and go around and don't say shit to my face or show it while I'm there on the show to give my explanation of why the things are like there, but then do it behind my back like a coward? That's the shit that I'm talking about with drama. It's always something with certain people that always want to try to take things to the next plateau. And again, you know what I'm saying? If like I said, if people don't believe me, that's cool. I ain't got to prove anything to anybody. But don't sit there and go behind my back and say I'm lying or I'm a fraud, that I ain't did this or I ain't beat that. I ain't got no problem with telling you the truth on things, right? So again, the drama has to stop. It needs to be eradicated. If you're a gamer, you're a gamer. Man, I show gameplay multiple times a week, more than some of these YouTubers that some of these people even listen to. So if you know what I'm saying, so the thing of it is that if people don't see me, the people that I talk to, I associate with every damn night, I'm on the game playing something unless I got to go to work early. That is just an absolute fact. I mean, me and Lemon over here playing 2K, talking trash to one another. I'm playing SSX. I'm always playing something when I got the chance to. So regardless, I want to hear you guys on this aspect. What's up with the drama? Why is there so much chaos going around in the gaming universe right now?
All right, since ain't nobody talking, I'm gonna say this. First of all, King Mega, you game. Second of all, if a motherfucker sitting there watching your gamers list, he should be playing the shit he want to play. Why the fuck are you watching what another man is doing?
2012, bro.
Because you a goddamn weirdo.
2012.
I don't care about your content. I don't care about your opinions. If you got to judge another man or look up, oh, I'm going to look at your gamer score. Like a dude told me, I said Ascension God of War was trash. I need to know your gamer tag on PSN to see if you played it. First of all, I'm grown. I don't justify myself to nobody. King Mega got to justify himself to nobody. Half you broke ass gamers don't even have no money to be being a multi-console person anyway. And I'm directing it straight to the individual that's trying to attack my man because I'm tired of this bullshit rebuttal. You dudes are horrible. Get a life. Stop watching in the party chat or in the chat like Gargamel waiting for the Smurfs to go down. Y'all dudes are weird.
Yeah, and then you know what I'm saying, and look how your kids just say, I tried to look up K Mega's police record, but he's hiding. You damn right, because I know that you guys are watching it. It pisses you off, and it pissed off, I guess, all day for the fact that he's like, I want to see what you're doing. And you know what? Look, this is what people don't understand about with this drama garbage, right? There is so much stuff that I know about other people because there's so much being talked around other people, but I'm no snitch. Never have been, never will be. The thing of it is that I keep myself grounded. I don't go attack people. I don't say anything to anybody.
Good dude.
Go find a video where I go attack somebody. When I go on the multiplayer, I know I'm going to get ripped because the people don't particularly, they may not like me or they just look at it. It's all fun, man. You know what I'm saying? There's people that make assumptions and say, oh man, you don't like Z because he turned pony. Do you not understand? Me and Z sit there and talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? They have no idea. They're behind the scenes frauds. I respect everybody that's helped me out throughout my YouTube career. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to when I was with We Game here, from the dudes that helped me out there, from Xbox 448 that asked me to be on next podcast, to 100 to ask me to be on part of you know what I'm saying, Intro Media Gaming, to B Shadows was the first person to give me a chance to do a gaming podcast. You know, King Dre and them got me on to do the sports podcast and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fame 2K had me on, and then I did that crazy ass debate with Jabari and shit like that. Anchorman V helped me out. I don't ever turn my back on the people that's helped me do shit. I never talk down to anybody. Even when you see me in the chat when I'm on Twitter or I'm on Facebook, and these dudes get stupid and they get ignorant. They call me every goddamn thing under the book. In real life, they wouldn't do it. I would fucking park their ass. But the fact of it is that I'm a man. I'm real about my shit. I ain't gonna say something to you on the internet or on a phone. I'll tell you to your face. And the thing of it is that when they do this, it's real. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing right here. You know what I'm saying? When I go to E3 and if I run into certain people and if they got something, you can always come to me and speak to me as a man, and we can squash it or we can get into some real shit. Other than that, man, stop being weird and stop being wrong. This is dumb. We are supposed to be all gamers, man. We are supposed to be gamers.
Now, what I don't understand is this shit about the felony shit. Just because you got caught, sucker, that mean you a bad criminal. I ain't get caught, nigga. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, watch out. Watch out.
Yeah, my bad, nigga. I just hate to see them attacking my boy. And they lames. What you should be doing is focusing on your channel and making your content quality, because y'all trash.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, okay, like Having Strawberry keeps talking about, like, maybe if people stop damage controlling and frauding about their gaming cred, the community would be together. No, that's not how this works. No. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many times have people said that I don't game, I don't do stuff? All you got to do is go see what I do for the week on the next podcast every Saturday, man. And you see my gameplay. You'll see a poll up of who wins gameplay. It's who wins gameplay most? K-Mega. K-Mega wins that game because I play a little bit of everything. I play shit on my PC, you can't show Nintendo shit, but I play stuff on my PC, on Xbox, on PlayStation. I'm always showing that I game and I'm universal. I've always been this way.
Cancer gotta stop though.
I am an Xbox dude. Yeah, I am.
Dude, like I said, man, I don't care who
anybody else's gaming preference.
I go online, I go on Twitter. It's like K-Mega is the butt of everybody jokes, but I don't see none of you sucker motherfuckers playing no games. All y'all doing is talking.
Because all they do is talk games.
You can lobby up, homie, and we can get this done. Because gamers pick up the controller and put that work in. Not their mouth, not their YouTube channels, not their podcast. They pick up the game and they put that work in. But you can't do that. You're too busy trying to discredit the next man because you're a weirdo. You're a stalker. Should take out a goddamn lawsuit.
Well, you know, like for instance, like there's one dude that wants to play me in Tekken, right? But he's been so disrespectful. I like Bond. He's talking about he wanted to play Street Fighter. If he went, I don't have a new Bond. I don't know who the dude was. I didn't know anything about Weapon Wheel. You know what I'm saying? I've heard names, so you know what I'm saying, but I didn't know nothing about no Weapon Wheel. And then all of a sudden, I see that somebody made a video about me, and then he's ignorant, he's stupid, and I understand, I get it. It's all about numbers and things of that nature. I got no problem with people doing what they do to try to get their publicity, try to make their money. I ain't got no problem with it. But the fact of it is, you can't come to me and call me stupid, ignorant, dumb, all this other crazy shit, and then on the flip side say, play me in a game. It don't work that way. I ain't dealing with you. You a crumb.
Well, I'm gonna say this:
with a bottom feeder. You a shrimp.
2018. You call me stupid or dumb in my face, I'm parking you.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Like
you right. You right next door, right? Because he in New Jersey.
Yeah. So
yo, listen, these dudes don't play with me, man. Okay. They can say whatever they want on their channel. If I see you, I'm parking you. Don't disrespect me. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like this. Look, man, look.
We're not doing that.
Look, this is the thing. But overall, man, look, I try to associate myself with everybody. I play games with the listeners the best I can. I try to chat. I mean, hell, I got people sitting there trying to hit me up while I'm at work, sitting there want to talk about gaming stuff, and I sit there and I'll talk to them. You know what I'm saying? I try to reach out to everybody that I possibly can. People that don't like me, people that do like me, like with that.
You gotta say the word. You gotta say the word, Meg. It's called networking. That's what you're supposed to do.
It's about networking.
Gaming community. And these dudes is evil, man.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying, when you're dealing with people, I'm going to say this and I'll be done and let y'all say what stuff. But I'll say when you deal with people that you try to help out to get to better themselves or to get further on, and then on the flip side, then you get treated like you did something bad to them. That's when you know the credibility of some people, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, like, B Shadows will always be a good friend of mine because of the support that he showed me, regardless of whoever may say whatever about something. See, this is the thing I've never seen in my entire life. I've seen dudes act like chicks, right? I've seen it, right? But not to this degree where dudes out here gossip like this is Atlanta Housewives. I've never seen this before in my life to this degree. And we're all gamers though, supposedly. So this to me is dangerous, and I think we all need to grow up and get back to the fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? And just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Just
talk a little shit, but just have fun.
Be a gamer watching what the hell the next dude play. I'm too busy playing games. Matter of fact, I got a back catalog of games because I buy everything I want to play. I don't even have the time to be watching what you playing. And you my man, nigga. We get online, we battle, we talk trash, we wake up the next day, go to work, and same thing all over again. For you dudes out there doing that, man, y'all only making yourself look bad. Y'all making yourself look bad.
The same game twice, so it's how I'm gonna watch somebody else play the game, and I ain't gonna be able to play it twice for myself.
Yeah.
I ain't never looked at no dude's achievements or trophies. I don't care what you do.
I don't give two fucks. 100 gone, so I replaced them.
I'm trying to get in the word here.
Go ahead, bro.
My bad, Knuckles. My bad.
Hey, look, I did something similar to that though, but I did it on a different intentions. Like, what I'm saying, they had somebody, I was with my cousin, you know how you networking, somebody you conversate with in the party. Oh man, dude, kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? I friend him and stuff like that. He real cool people. I said, man, let me see what games he play. So, when next time in the party, I said, man, you want to hop in a such and such game? Because, I'm just, somebody, on a note like that, more or less than a person coming at you like, oh, you ain't shit. You ain't got. But
such. You know what, Triple? That's what it's supposed to be used for. You just summed it up. That's what it's there for. Not to. Oh, you don't play Pac-Man DX Edition? Oh, now I'm a inferior gamer because I don't play Pac-Man.
You a fraud. Come on, man. Mega, you a fraud. Mega.
These dudes ain't got no social life. They ain't been out the block. They ain't got no stamps on their passports.
Sometimes it is funny because I remember when Kid Smooth pulled up Zaire, Next Gen 720's police record. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been playing the hell out of Sea of Thieves, and I saw he visited one island. I was like, wow. I was like, all right. I mean, he probably put it on, went to that first island, probably got mugged by somebody, and then he stopped playing. But who knows what really happened? Know what I'm saying? Who knows? Maybe he never went to an island. Maybe he was just shooting down ships. I don't know.
Man.
But things like that just make me laugh. Know what I'm saying? It was like, wow, you visited one island. Meanwhile, I visited 242.
I hate
but that's neither here nor there.
Yo, Knuckles, your Bible page today.
I'm waiting for it.
No. Listen, I'm giving you some real love today. I was at work and I can't be on my phone, but I read your whole Bible page today, right? That need to be posted on public because these toxic bastards are the worst.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I read that.
The only way you give them energy is to keep talking about these dudes. They are nothing because when you go to their channel, with their little views they got, with their little subs they got, they don't even have growth. They have to piggyback off other people who's successful or growing in the direction to be a factor, because on their own, they are nothing. Facts.
Well, what do? They just talk about other people, right?
Yes, they do.
They don't really play games. They do a lot of podcasts as well. They constantly on Twitter.
It's like being in basketball.
Hang on. Let me get a goddamn word in. Everyone keeps cutting me off.
Go ahead, talk, man. Your curfew. You about to get
only when I say something, you want to start yelling. How come you ain't yelling when Dragon was talking?
No, you ain't the first one, because Chuck did it, and so did Dragons.
All right. I was just the one that took the cake, right?
No. He got both of us. With that one. I shut right up. My bad.
Because this is where it all comes down to at a point is, I don't know half these people, right? I know of them. I don't know them. However, the constant bullshit that I see from everyone needs to fucking stop. Why? What does it matter what a person's doing in their free time? It's their fucking free time. You're not living with that person. You're not watching what they do 24/7. You don't know their fucking life.
Facts.
Stay out of it. Well, I hate the fact that people use this "it's a persona" bullshit as a way to be fucking ruthless to someone online. That's no different than fucking harassing someone you know in person. It doesn't matter. If you're constantly going out of your way to see what a person's doing and call them out when they didn't finish something from 6 fucking years ago, you need to rethink your goddamn life. I spend more of my time on my goddamn game than I am on Twitter. I hate looking at all the negative shit on Twitter. You know what I want to fucking see? Memes about fucking anime titties. I don't give a shit. Right. If you look at what I do, I just 100% in the first Tomb Raider. I have over 300 hours of fucking Monster Hunter. I ain't spending those 300 hours fucking on Twitter talking bullshit about someone I don't fucking know.
Can I get 12 hours out that 300? I just need 12. Teach me how to play, son.
I'll teach you how to play. Just hit me up. But here's the thing. If you're going out of your way to follow someone on every waking second of what they do in their personal life, you have an issue. Because the fact that you a stalker, you have to go out of your way to look at what someone's doing to use some sort of ammunition against that person. What for? Because you want to use drama as a way to get views? If that's the way that you're doing your videos,
some
then
people
you
just want to be the Joker and just cause chaos, though. I don't even know.
Yeah, some people just like it.
They just want
exactly.
They want it all burned to burn.
Yeah, they want to start fires just to see the fire spread. Here's the thing about it that needs to come down to it.
Preach, Knuckles.
Don't give that shit any mind, man.
Nope.
We don't want to be that. Right now, the way I am, I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be pissed off about people talking shit about people I know just because of the fact that they want to do it for views.
And we love gaming. We love what we do.
I want to talk about what I love with people that I enjoy talking about it with. It's games. I want to talk about games in a way that I want to talk about. I don't want to be talking shit about someone who I talked to for all of 5 minutes and suddenly the dude's a fuck ass nigga. No, that ain't how it is.
My belt. Anyway.
He pulled out the Lady Infamous Switchblade. Hold that.
Whoa, no.
What it is this right here, this can't be about that shit. Cut the bad fruit off the table, man. Cut it all out. Get rid of the tree. Chop it down. Don't deal with that anymore. Don't go to that.
Yeah, you got to cut the fat to the lean meat, man.
They're trying to pull you in the trap. Don't give into the trap.
Got to be done. It's got to be done.
Exactly. Well said. What I got to say to all them dudes, what I got to say to all them dudes is constantly with the beefing and the bullshit and just slanging mud and dirt. Y'all a bunch of bitches.
It's a reality talk show.
I said it. Yo, Kaleidoscope said it, man. Know what I'm saying? Facts, if you want to come at me, y'all can come at me, man, because I aim.
No. They can't come at me. You know why? Because on Twitter, I'm Dikembe Mutombo. I box him.
See, I don't
watch that nigga.
But it all comes down to, man, is that's not what this is about. I don't want to be about that shit. I want to be about positivity and what we talk about the future for games. I don't want it to be about anything else. Anyone else who wants to bring up that, fuck that. Get it out of here.
Yeah. So anyway, the point of the matter is this, man. Look, I don't have, you know what I'm saying? Look, I don't have a problem with anybody. I really don't. I I just stay in my own lane. I just do. I just
you don't. They got a problem with you.
Well, that's the thing, and I'm like, why? Like, I don't go after nobody. I don't
speak
do
your mind
anything.
because you speak your mind, K Mega. You're honest.
Well, yeah, I
That's
just
what
say
it is. People don't like honesty. They like to be lied to.
They like liars.
That part is true. That part is true.
But at the same time, that's why you get that quick surge for drama, but it stagnates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You don't get that growth.
You gotta keep getting you gotta keep feeding on drama in order for things for like you said, it'll just stagnate. It'll just stay the same. And if you just don't keep feeding the beast to the people that want to watch it or listen to it, it's eventually you're going to fall. Like I see people that's so talented. Yeah, I see people that's so talented that has so much potential to do stuff to go way further than I have or anybody on this panel. But they keep on trying to keep on feeling on it. But like I said, there's some people that just like this shit. But anyway, I had to do this. I had to say it because I thought it was chicken shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's all good that you can sit there and say that you went in there and you looked to see what I did on Halo 4, but you did it after I got off the show. Why you just didn't do it while I was there? And I would have explained it to it. And I already know. And I would have acknowledged it. I already would know what would have been said. Oh, you lying, you fraud, and you doing it. Yeah. I get it. It's cool. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Got 12 views in 12 months.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is like for me, is like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even caring about the views. It's like, but though, bro, we supposed to be better than that, but I guess it is what it is, man. So
your team got your back, Mega.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, but I'm tired of the drama, man. Look, that's just the reason why I try to just.
But you know what? I told 100 though.
I'm trying to talk to people and
you want to be kumbaya with these savages, and they don't got no love for you. They pretend to have love for you.
No. I'll just sit there and I'll just talk to people because I want to know sometimes why they so angry, why they so pissed off. I say something like the whole like the stuff on Twitter, right? Like you know what I'm saying, like I sit there and I put a score. I gave a rating of 87 of what I seen on gameplay. Which good. It was supposed to be a positive message, right? Like, you know, look, I don't hate this game. It looks good. It looks fire, right? But again, you're giving a review for a game. I didn't give no damn review. I didn't say anything of the sort. I gave a thought of what I seen for the things that I seen, and I said it looked good, and I gave it an 87. It looks like a solid game, but
you know what, man?
Way out of context.
Then you anticipate. Maybe you are the leader of the loser school.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, man, we went long again. Let's get the hell out of here.
It was good. I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, I wanted to do it. I wish Delilah was on here. I wish Delilah and 100 was on here so we could sit there and get that point across. But again, like, you know what I'm saying, let's just game, man. I don't care about all that other drama. I really don't. It don't bother me when I get called all those names and shit. It's funny to me, but but when people that I associate with and y'all try to do crummy shit, just be a man and come to my face about it. You know what I'm saying? At least let me be there when you trying to do something, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, we grown men. Yeah, we grown, man. So anyway,
let's see how that works out.
Let's do our sign outs, man. Let's go ahead. Triple Cup Chuck, man. Where can they find you at, bro?
Yeah, man. This your boy Triple Cup Chuck. You can find me on Saturdays at the DX Podcast. You can find me on a Vibration on Wednesdays, and you can find me here on every Friday nights. But man, I still want to say one thing: bully hunting is not cool. Advice: treat it like them little children talking to you. You don't argue with no child. You ignore them.
Facts.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying? You know, that's where I'm gonna be at. You know, I'm cool, calm, collected. I chill, like to have fun and game. That's all, man. Let's keep the positive vibe going. You know, life good. Let's do this.
All right, cool. Now, let me make this point too, and then I'm going to go to you, Livewire. Hold on. Okay, How'd Your Kid said K-Mega gamer score is 75,653. Do you know what my gamer score was before I got my Xbox One X? 26,000. 26,000. 26,000. I had to start because I didn't sync a lot of my games. There's a lot of games that I got, like The Witcher 2 and stuff like that I beat. that stuff is gone because I didn't know how to sync games. I was, you know what I'm saying? Look, I don't mind being truthful about shit, but yeah, my gamer score was only 26,000 because I wasn't playing online. I came to online gaming late until 2010, and a lot of games that I was playing, it was multiplayer with my homeboys and shit when they would come over to the house. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was. I was still playing like the old PlayStation way. I would have homies come to the house and we just game all day when I had some time off. But regardless, it was 26,000 or something. And then, you know what I'm saying? And now you see it, it's at 75,000. So if that doesn't prove that I don't fucking game, you give me I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, Livewire, what can they find you at, bro?
Yeah, you can find me on my channel. I'll eventually put something up there. Actually, maybe I'll do something tomorrow. I know I've been missing in the game, man. This little girl, man, she just be running.
Can you talk a little faster so my brain don't slow down?
Yeah, man.
This little girl be running me ragged. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Hey, yeah, he talking like 20 in.
Shit, listen to the live one. I feel like that dude in Silence of the Lambs. What's his name? Made that dude kill herself. Shit, you gotta talk faster, son. You scary.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah. No, I mean she just got me running.
Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, Hannibal Lecter made homeboy kill himself.
It's been a great week, but it's a rough week because I went with this little girl. She always switching up. I know my business. I got a lot of new contracts, so it's a lot of work. That's why I don't really. Like I be getting on the game and cats be like, "Yo, you sleep
about work when you're getting money, son. Don't do that."
I ain't complaining.
You ain't the first father.
Just tired.
He was like, "This little girl." Yeah, we all been there. If you got a kid, we all been there.
Yeah, we been there. So I still throw my little jabs quickly. I mean, but I guess that people on Twitter be like, "Oh, he's running scared. He ain't responding to me all fight like for the next however long." I'm like, dude, if you sitting there waiting for me to respond to your tweet, you need to just reevaluate your whole life. This shit is sad right now. Like, that shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, I see that House of Asylum, dude. I sure like to know who you really are, bro. Dub Sam, I really like to meet who you are in person, man. Really, for real. But we go ahead, man. Knuckles, go ahead and let us know where they can find you at.
Man, they can catch me Thursdays on Celtius podcast and on Saturdays on my show on the Smash podcast. Man, I'm too heated right now.
Don't be heated, my dude. You one of the realest young dudes out there, and you more educated than half these dudes above 30. Don't never be heated. Don't never let these dudes get you off your game.
Half these dudes, you talk about 80% of them.
So
facts, right.
Kaleidoscope, where can they find you at, man?
Yo, people can find me on Twitter at DirectX-the. On Saturdays at DirectX-the Fraud on 100's channel. And on Wednesdays at the Heroic Vibrations podcast. And also, I just want to add one thing about achievements. All right. I finished multiple games multiple times. I don't have an achievement about 1,000. And yet that shit is registering 270, 300. Why? Because I'm not an achievement whore. All right. I don't go after achievements. I just play games. All right. I'm close to 100K right now. Do I give a shit? If I actually gave a shit about achievements and was an achievement whore, I'm sure I'd easily have over 250K. All right. But I don't give a shit about achievements, bro. I just give a shit about gaming. That's facts.
I like achievements. I'm trying to score 150 now before E3.
Godfather's at like 150, 160 too.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
You know what
I don't get the concept of it.
He don't. Before he play multiplayer, he beats the hell out the single player, and then he go multiplayer.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I
don't do that. All my gamers.
Okay, we can't do all that. We got to go. Let's go. All right, 108 Dragons. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at 108 Dragons TV, man. I always try to keep it real. I support my man Mega to the death. I don't care. My whole GRG squad is official. And for new subscribers, I'm giving away that Jade Empire limited edition original copy on Xbox Original in the original cover.
Wow.
Nice.
And that unboxing I did yesterday, I'm giving away that God of War pimp ring and that talking keychain because that's how I give it up. And everything is funded by 108 Dragons TV, baby. It's your host, Lemon23.
Facts. All right. Well, man, triple
nice
cup.
plug.
Yeah, triple cup. Did you you didn't do your sign out yet?
Yeah, triple cup.
Yeah,
Check
I
this
did,
out, bro.
Okay, all right. Oh no, I just heard him say he didn't know the concept of
your turn, Mega.
Yeah, well, no, yeah.
It's the host with the most.
Yeah. anyway, yeah, the host.
Beetlejuice, sucker.
I know, man. I'm about to get out of here, man. Hey, man, thank you guys for hanging out with us as usual. As always, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a boring podcast with you in here, House of Asylum. Like I said, I'd like to see you sometime, bro, in real life.
Cuz.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, thank you so much, man. As always, always enjoy the support. You know what I'm saying? We just keep it moving, man. We keep it about gaming, and we just don't even care about any of that other stuff, man. Hit me up on, you know what I'm saying? Come check out the Patreon. If you're down to get onto the Patreon, you sit there. We got some content that we're going to be throwing out, GRG Uncut. Also, some other stuff that we're going to be working on. This sports podcast is finally going to be coming, so get ready for that. And you know what I'm saying, last but not least, man, you can check me out on Twitter at KMega4 or on my channel like is you on right now. Go ahead and support and you know what I'm saying, hit that sub button. So we out, man. Thank you.
Mega, one quick note. Like, I know a lot of people have been wondering why Microsoft has been promoting God of War because Sony paid a lot of money for that shit. Look at Mixer. They doing a lot of ads on it. So Microsoft is like, oh, you want to promote your game?
Microsoft always.
Thank you. Thank you for that money. So, just so y'all know, be like, Phil Spencer ain't saying this is a great game just to say it's a great game.
Yeah, but it gives a lot of
panel, man. Support this panel.
But it gives a lot of
100 when he be like, give him 100,000 dislikes. Go over there and subscribe to that boy channel. He got great point of view.
Support everybody on the channel for real.
Everybody for real.
Peace.